Baby, you got some vinegar going on?
Uh-huh.
Cause I smell,
Okay, well, there's no vinegar.
no, I'm saying I thought there was
understand.
tomatoes and
Baby,
cucumber.
baby,
Huh?
your food's already cooking. It ain't got nothing to do with no tomatoes.
I'm just saying.
Now, I know you've seen tomatoes, and that's the reason why you're saying
No,
what you're saying.
I smell vinegar, and then I said, "Ooh, baby, got me some tomatoes and cucumbers with sauteed in some vinegar, with some salt, with some pepper." That's what I said.
Nope.
On the place over there. Put it on the place.
What you think?
Yeah.
I tried.
Where you want the place?
It's right there for right now. I'm trying to do my low so I don't burn up my stuff.
Well, I'm waiting for 5:30 so that we can sit down and do our little thing, you know. Just don't understand why it's so hard for people to disrespect other people's boundaries. Why do people think it's a curse to respect other people's boundaries? Everybody's entitled to how they feel and how they think. If you don't like it, you don't have to deal with that individual. My thing is don't deal with an individual and really feel something different on
Right.
the inside.
Right. That part right there. You know what I'm saying? You deal with somebody just because nobody's telling you you have to do them, but you deal with them and then later on you talk about them. I really don't care too much for that. I really don't like. Then why are you dealing with them?
But how am I supposed to know you feel something?
You're not.
Feel some type of way.
You're not. They should be adult enough to tell you.
But why be afraid to tell me? Why
Because
not?
then that makes them look a certain way. Because now it makes me look like I'm the villain or the bad person because I don't like you because of, and they know deep down inside it's not right.
But then why deal with me? My thing is you don't have to deal with me. You see what I'm saying? I'm not putting an object up against your head and saying you got to deal with me or else.
But some people, what they do is they put stipulations on it. They want to deal with you, but they don't want to have anything to do with, like say your lifestyle, which you don't.
I don't put it on nobody.
But then you don't live the lifestyle. All you are your government name that loves a female that happens to be a female. That's it.
Yeah.
Other than that, you don't go around doing the other stuff.
I ain't grabbing shit that ain't there.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. So it's I don't know.
I ain't trying to be no man. I ain't never tried to be no man. It's just I'm just tomboyish. That's all that is.
And see, and that's
I wasn't raised to.
I mean, what are we?
I wasn't raised to play with baby dolls. And
That don't mean that
playing lipstick and playing my mama's shoes.
Right.
I ain't never done that.
But there's a lot of people who weren't raised that way, but they don't mean they went the other way.
No, that don't mean. But some people think that that's what it is.
No.
But I wouldn't raise. Well, I got a brother, 2 guy brothers. I don't know. I guess I was just always in protective mode. I was forced to, to be in protective mode. When people don't, I feel like when nobody protected me, I learned how to protect myself.
Right. But you was forced to do that. You was backed into a corner to do that at an early age.
Right.
So when you should have been living. That's why I said what hurts me about you when you tell your story is because I think about me at your age. Right. And me playing Barbie.
Yeah, you playing with
not
Barbie.
caring the world.
Yeah, I'm getting slapped around and dug into.
Right.
Yeah.
See that part, and so it hurts my heart. So you'd be like, oh, here goes.
Okay, so let me ask you this. So, say if you spend the majority of the time with your dad, right? Your dad taught you how to change the tire.
Mm-hmm.
Your dad had you under a hood.
Mm-hmm.
Your dad had you under the car. Your dad had you at the, just doing God things.
Yeah.
Can your dad get upset if you tomboyish? You get mad because
because he'd be like, well, I did have you around, I was having you doing all them things with me and fishing and hunting and fixing cars and I mean,
and then not making your mom less, saying your mom is less, but your mom wasn't showing you, girlish stuff and playing in powder and playing dress up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So if I wasn't playing dress up and I wouldn't walk around in my high heel shoes and I wasn't wearing my mama, playing in her clothes and stuff.
Yeah.
I just feel like, people don't hold themselves accountable for what they, implemented
The part they
children's
played.
life. Yeah.
The part that they played or didn't play.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
but my thing is, who cares?
No, I'm
not saying that part. I'm just saying, as far as like what you grew up to be, if you're not harming anybody,
right.
You're not hurting
But
anybody.
it goes back to the thing when people say they don't understand, they fear what they don't understand. My thing is, don't fear it, try to understand it.
Exactly. So why don't you ask questions? You know what I'm saying?
There's no harm in asking questions.
Right.
I like when people ask me
Well,
questions.
the worst thing that can happen is somebody say, I don't want to discuss it, but at least you tried. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, for real.
You need to play some?
No, not yet. So, I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like if you have a problem with people, because you want me to see the chicken.
No. You're all right now.
Okay. If a person feels uncomfortable about somebody else, what's wrong with being honest to them? Why they got to put it out of you to find out, oh, you got an issue?
Right.
Why not just be honest? Okay.
Cause they scared to admit they scared to admit to actually say it out loud. It's okay to be thinking it inside, but to say it actually out loud. I don't like you because of da da da, or I don't like that you do da da da. Instead of just being honest, but some people when they say it out loud, then they sometimes look at themselves being like, well, damn,
What if I don't like something? I'm gonna just go to the person. Or I'm gonna ask the I'm gonna first evaluate myself. But then everybody ain't like me.
But I'm just saying, I do too. Because sometimes, like, I think about stuff that I did not be like, maybe I shouldn't have. Let me call someone and apologize. You know what I'm saying? But
why is apologizing the hardest thing for people to do?
Yeah. Because apologizing is admitting. Is a mission.
Why is admitting the hardest thing for people to do?
Because I guess some people don't want to be wrong.
It's okay to be wrong.
You're right.
Everybody ain't
Look, you're right.
You didn't even do anything for yourself?
No. Picture.
It's 5:20. We finna start. Anyway.
Yeah, it's okay to be wrong. You ain't gonna be right all the time. Nobody is.
I don't expect to be right, but I expect people to talk to me and tell me what the problem is. I've shown myself, open enough to come and say, hey, I got this problem with you. Let's talk it out. Let's figure out some type of.
Like, is it me or can you help me understand? Because I'm thinking this, but can you help me understand?
Yeah.
Can you help me?
Yeah. Well, let me get in here and speak to the people. What say? Some people think that they're always right. There is no such thing that is always right. Yeah, yes. Huh?
What you need? What you need?
Thank you. Hot sauce.
You want hot sauce?
Yes. No. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Hey, y'all! Better do our little vlog first. So, because when we get off of here, we going to chop it up and then put it as a vlog. And you know how we do. Hey, y'all. Thanks again, Davina Stewart. We got our popcorn.
I got our popcorn. Is she on here?
Yeah, I just seen it.
Hey, Davina. I got my popcorn. I'm going to open it up after I eat, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
I didn't open it up. I just seen what it was, and I was like, thank you so much for the popcorn.
Yeah. So y'all, we gonna talk about it. Violated space. Zatima's recap. If you ain't seen the Zatima, it's a spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. I did my own
what
little
you call that?
taquitos or whatever you call them, whatever.
That's some sourdough things you were talking about being able to fold them in.
Not sourdough,
What you call
flour.
it? Flour, yeah. Hey, butterfly kids, we finna
Stuff them and fry them up.
Y'all bow your head. Lord, thank you for this food we're about to receive. In the name of Jesus, we pray, Lord. Amen.
Amen. Amen again.
Yeah. So,
hey, butterfly kisses.
butterfly kisses. Yo,
Love you back, girl.
violated space, y'all. We gotta talk about it. We gotta talk about Zatima. We watched it last night. Kudos to DeVille and Crystal. By the way, happy birthday, Crystal.
By the show of hands, how many seen it?
Happy birthday, Crystal. I don't know exactly when your birthday was, but happy birthday. Kudos to you and your accomplishments.
Hey, sweet Tasha.
Yes. Hey, sweet Tasha. So, by the show of hands, how many people done seen it? So, yeah. Miss Tia says she's seen it. What's the name of the show again? Zatima. My birthday was the happy birthday. Hey, Wildflower.
Hey, Wildflower.
Yeah. How many people seen Zatima, y'all? We're gonna talk about violated space. Let me tell you, let me just say this, y'all. You cannot force what you feel and think on somebody else. You cannot always assume somebody do what you do. You can have the conversation, but you also have to understand, you got to make sure that that person understands where you stand. Don't go on assumption, because going on assumption going to get your ass hurt. Sometimes going on assumption may get you in some trouble. See, because old boy could have avoided getting popped in the lip. He got his ass popped.
Seen that coming.
Yeah, for something that he could have avoided. Now let me ask y'all this. Hey, Lisa. Okay, let me ask y'all this. Do you feel like, say, let me give you an example. I tell baby about all my exes. Okay, I tell baby, hey, let's just say I tell baby about all my exes, okay? And I tell baby, so and so, I dated so and so, and this didn't work out because this is it. I dated so and so, this didn't work out because this and this. Now I tell baby about all my exes. If one of my exes go up to baby and say, hi, I'm so and so, I'm one of her friends from a long time ago. Is that person telling the truth? Or they omitting who they really are? I just want to see something. I want to see what y'all say. Is the person telling the truth of how they know me or they are omitting who they really are. I'm trying to see something.
It's shredded chicken fried up in tortilla and, you know, other stuffing.
They being messy. Omission. Hey, Munchkin. They're omitting. Okay, now, with that being said, would you say that that person has ill intent by not saying who they really are? Would you say that? Do you think that person has ill intent by not saying who they really are? We're talking about violated space now. We talk about telling the truth. Y'all were friends. No.
Hey, TLC.
No, I ain't TLC. No.
There's no possibility.
We ain't no friends now. Now we gonna get to it. I just want to see what y'all, cause baby finna tell you what went down, and I handled that thing. I'm so proud of me. But let me tell you, cause people something else, man. People something else. Y'all gotta. When you be, let me say it again. When you find yourself in a situation, you gotta think on your feet, and you gotta understand people's spirits. You just gotta read people's spirits. Don't just be going on what people just saying right then and anyway. Well, anyway, baby finna tell y'all what happened. So most of y'all say omitting. Y'all saying omitting and lying. And y'all saying, some of y'all saying being messy. Now, did I ask the question, do y'all feel like that person, what I said, baby? Do y'all feel like that person, damn, I forgot what I called it, the last one. I forgot what I was.
What'd you say?
Oh.
Sweet Tasha said I met people's wives. And didn't say I was an ex-girlfriend. I had no ill intent. She met the wife later on down the line.
Why you did not, Sweet Touch? I gotta ask a question. Why didn't you say who you really were? Yes, with ill intent. Yeah. Why didn't you say who you really were? I mean, now the thing is with baby, I tell baby everything. What it is from. Anyway, go ahead, baby. Tell her. Go ahead, tell me. This is what had happened, y'all. I'm so proud of me.
So, we went to a birthday party last weekend. The baby's hometown. Went to the party. It was like in a little hole in a wall joint, right? So it wasn't that much. It's not no big club or anything. It's a little hole in the wall, So anyway, baby has always told me, if I introduce you, that means they cool. If I don't introduce you, like say, hey, this is so-and-so, because sometimes baby will say hey to somebody and want to introduce me. But that's because they messy. So she's like, I'm not going to introduce you to somebody who's messy. So, but anyway, so we was just sitting at the bar, and just, chopping it up with her friend and her cousin, or her cousin. It was her cousin's birthday party, but we was chopping it up with her best friend. Excuse me, her other best friend, TLC, not her.
From where I'm from.
From where she's from.
From where I'm from.
From where she's from. Her hometown best friend. And so, then some chick walks up, right? And she walks up. I mean, just like all of a sudden she just appeared out of the blue. She just right there. Baby's right here. Nicole's right here. And I'm right here. And so there's another seat on the side of me. One seat on the side of me over here. So then she walks up. And she's like, oh, hey. So she didn't give baby time to even recognize her. It was one of baby's exes. But baby didn't recognize her because she haven't seen her in like over 20 years. She had on a baseball cap and da-da-da. And so anyway, she said, oh, hey, it's me, such and such. Shaquita. And Shaquita.
Yeah.
It's me, Shaquita. And then so baby looked, she said, Shaquita. Oh. And then by that time, she had already hugged me and said, hey, Miss J, which is letting me know that she watched me because nobody knows me by Miss J unless you watch me. So, so she said, hey, Miss J, I'm a friend of, your babies. I'm from your babies from way back. Well, after she said her name, I already knew who she was. So then she turned around and had the audacity to sit right next to me. She done fly down. She like, and then we was all talking, and so then she gonna try to laugh within our conversation. She gonna try to, So baby's like, this ain't happening. She's like, we need to leave because I want to put my baby in a compromising position because I don't know what's about to go down. Mm-hmm. Well, I was sitting there saying to myself, I don't know if baby know, and I don't know if she know, I don't know if she know, but I know who this is, and I'm gonna see how long it takes for somebody to tell me. Because if it don't, something was gonna pop off. Because you're not gonna have me sitting next to somebody and they're just thinking they're one person and they're not. And so we end up going outside, and then baby's best friend was like, what's going on? She's like, that's so-and-so. And she's like, I was wondering. She's like, yeah, we haven't seen her in a long time. She's like, and then she had the nerve to she's like, oh no, we ain't doing that. Mm-hmm. So, but
I was the one that told you who she was and why we were
usually like, yeah, that's baby's like, yeah. This well, once we got outside, you was like, yeah, that was so-and-so. That's the reason why I go ahead and, told you let's go. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, yeah, I know. And he was like, well, that's her. Mm-hmm. I had no idea she was going to be here. Mm-hmm. I said, I get that. I get that part that because you didn't invite. And then, somebody knows somebody, but they don't know that because y'all never really, and it was one of those situations where her cousin didn't even know that she used to date her, and stuff. And that's her cousin's best friend. Mm-hmm. So... I didn't know that. And it was crazy. So we left. We went to go eat, and then we came back. Well, the cousin was outside. And she's like, y'all just come back in for a little bit, because she had no idea what went down. Right. So she said, y'all come back in because I'm about to pull names for gifts. Like, and I said, no, I don't want to go back in. I don't feel comfortable. I don't want to go back in. And then so she's like, please. She's like, what? I don't understand what's going on. Mm-hmm. And so I didn't want to tell her at that moment to ruin her birthday. Mm-hmm. So I said, well, okay, babe, we'll go back in, but we're going to be staying at the door because we're going to stand at the door. So me, baby, and her best friend stood at the door. The best friend didn't even want to go back in. She's like, I just want to go home. So we stood at the door. We said we'd stay, 15 more minutes. And we did. And then we left. And then so the next day, I told baby, I said, call your cousin and you have to tell her what happened, because I don't want her to think that, I just don't want her to think that, I just was being rude and just decided, I'm just not having a good time. Let's leave this party. It wasn't like that. Mm-hmm. We drove a couple hours to get there. Mm-hmm. So she said, well, I was wondering. Yes, I was in my feelings. But then when baby explained, she said, well, I didn't know that you knew her, and I didn't know. I'm sorry, I didn't know. So there was no need for her to apologize because she had no clue.
And see, what it was is that's when we saying violated space. Because my thing is
she came in like this.
and my thing is if you didn't have no ill intent, you would have said who you was off the top. You would have said, hi, my name's so-and-so. I used to date so-and-so. Because I'm not embarrassed about whomever I dated. I'm not embarrassed about it. And then you went sat on side. Out of all places to sit in the building, you went sat on side of her. To me, that's ill intent. You want somebody to feel some type of way. So, yeah, just insulted her stuff. So, by that time, I didn't feel comfortable. And I didn't want her to be in a situation to where she felt uncomfortable. I knew that I had told her who's or what and all this other stuff. I say names. So when she said her name, because I didn't recognize her. She had on a bald cap. I ain't seen her in a long time. And so I didn't recognize. She had to tell me who she was. I was
by
like,
the time it registered, you was like,
oh.
she had already came in and hugged me. She already just went in.
Yeah, so I understand that was my cousin party, but at the end of the day, she is who come first. Yes, we went there. What's going on? You got played. We went there for my cousin, but I'm going to protect her at all costs. You know, because if she meant well, she would have said who she was. You know, instead of playing. You know, oh, we friends. I know we've been friends a long time. That to me, that was a lie. What you said, but it's like, oh, mine was nothing like that. Okay, sweet Tasha. Yeah.
What did Wildflower say?
Huh?
I'm trying to see. Didn't y'all have a conversation about what would one do regarding this type of scenario?
Yeah. It was.
That's what's so crazy, Wildflower.
It happened right after that. It happened right after that because I've never been put in the position. But baby saw how I handled that. I was so proud of myself. But I just feel like when you don't have no ill intent, you shouldn't be afraid to say who you are or who you were to that individual. And that's just a lesson learned. I didn't mind, you know. My thing is, if you're gonna hug on her, say who you are. Don't pretend. Don't do that. Mm. You came in lying off the top, and when you come in lying, to me that's ill intent. Mm-hmm. You know.
The hug made it seem shady.
Yeah.
That's what somebody said.
Yeah. So that's just what that was. Yes, that is true. Tell the truth from the jump, and everything will be okay. Yeah, but Auntie, you already knew who she was when she said her name. You talking to Jay? Because I didn't recognize who she was until she said her name.
When she said her name,
yeah,
I never seen her picture before, but once she said her name, I already knew.
Mm-hmm. Baby, I got baby outside. And I got baby outside. I said, baby, that was so and so, and this and this. She said, I already knew who it was. I was just waiting to see if you was gonna say something. I said, I'm saying something. Why did she even have to speak it up? And you're right.
That's what baby said.
Because I didn't
why did she even make her way? But she made it a point. When I tell you, like I said, it's a small club, but it was still a ways from the door to the bar.
Yeah.
And so she was just like all of a sudden just appeared.
She just popped up.
She just appeared like right there. So it didn't give anybody any time. And then just, you know, the thing about it is, it's okay to hug people that you don't know. I'm not talking about her, but it's okay to hug people that you don't know. But I always do this, you know. But people was like,
I would ask, is it okay to hug? You don't just It's okay. I would ask, is it okay? Because everybody not huggers and everybody don't like you touching them.
Is she a fan?
Yeah. You know, because what happened was, when we went back and we stood at the door, don't get me wrong, it's a lot of people that know me from where I'm from. And it's a lot of people some people that are happy that I'm happy, and they come and hug me, and then they feel like the next thing to do is to hug her. But ask her if it's okay to hug us. You don't know y'all. You know, so don't just assume just because you hug me, it's okay to hug her. That's not the. I
mean, they were doing like this. They was like, so hey, you know, Swing, and then they'd be like, well, me and Swing, we go back. And I was just like, and not to say I'm better than anybody else. It's just that I just don't do the face touching thing. You know, it's only that to me that's personal. So I don't do all that. I mean, I don't remember the one guy who came by when we was over by the DJ booth. There was a guy who came by.
Oh, that was Lenny.
Okay. Well, when he was trying to come in, I said, well, I did the hand.
He got the same birthday.
Yeah, well, I think he had a drink in his hand or something.
So we went to school together.
So he had a drink in his hand, so bump me. I was like, do it. Just bump. I was like, and he was like, because he was about to come on in. Hey.
Oh man!
Because I really like to fist bump people. I really don't like to shake hands. I like to fist bump.
I would just say disrespectful Swing. She thought you were still the same person. She found out though you weren't. Yeah, yeah. It's just not okay. And I still say the respectful thing to do is to say that you're a hugger and ask if it's okay to hug. I wish an ex would hug my person. Yeah, that's what threw me is first she hugged her, not knowing her, and then she went and sat on side of her and then inserted herself into the conversation that she and I and my friend was having. And so I was like, I didn't feel comfortable. I was like, I didn't feel comfortable. I know if I didn't feel comfortable, I know she didn't feel comfortable. And so even though we was there for my cousin, she is what mattered. And so we just left. We left, but we came back. We left to go eat. Let me tell you something. That's another thing. We ain't being rude. We was invited. And you know that everybody bring food and stuff. Everybody ain't clean. And then when you bring in food and everybody hands everywhere, you ain't seen nobody put no hand sanitizer on their hands.
It wasn't just like one person dishing out.
Yeah,
the food. Everybody was just
digging in. I was like,
digging in.
Yeah, so we just left. We went out to eat and then we came back. You know, and that's just what it was. Yeah, that's what it was. We wasn't trying to be.
That was our weekend.
So that's why we say violated space. So starting off on Zatima, baby, what part they got you?
Let me tell you, the last 2 episodes last night of Zatima was, I thought those were the best 2 episodes so far.
They say, do you think she knew you were going to be there? Yeah. Because my cousin, I'm close to my cousin, I just didn't know that my cousin was friends with her. You know, I don't know how we missed that, but yeah. Yeah.
Well, how would she think that you were going to be there since she don't know that she's your cousin?
No, she may have known she was my cousin. I didn't know she knew she was my cousin. I didn't know.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
Hey, Gail. But about Zatima, it was just.
Yeah.
You know, okay, what really got me is the part of how Zach is so naive to the fact, because men are idiots, okay?
No
not
shade.
all men.
No shade. Yeah.
Not all men. Pause. If it don't apply, let it fly. But you know how when you try to tell a man that a woman that likes you, she likes you, she's really trying to, and he wasn't getting it because Fatimo's trying to tell him she's trying to get at you. He was like, no, why would she do that to her own car? But he was being really just oblivious to what was going on.
I got a question. Now, Deja said, "Oh, Zach, can you fix my car?" Once Fatima said, "No, he cannot." And then she turned to Zach and said, "No, for real, can you fix?" How are you just gonna disregard what Fatima just said?
Well, that's what if I was Fatima, what I would say, I would say, take your ass in the house. Go, turn around. And just let her talk. We both go in the house, close the door, just let her sit out there and talk.
I just felt like he had too much conversation for her.
Mm-hmm. He did.
Outside. With her smoking and things, she was just having too much conversation. Why couldn't he just walk and get in this car and leave? I feel like when you ignore a person long enough, they'll leave you alone.
Yeah, they'll get it.
I mean, he had to, and then he got out the car again to put out her thing, and then got back in her car. I'm just trying to understand.
Zach, like you said, he gave her too much conversation.
Too much conversation.
And so when you interact with a female like that likes you, I know before you said, well, I don't have no control, that don't got nothing to do with me about how a person feels, but you're contributing to it by continuing to have conversation, because then she's thinking it's a possibility.
Right.
Even though I know you got somebody else, it's a possibility because you're still interacting. So you like something about me.
Right.
So
I got to put myself in that cat in the thing now. Baby, if the next door neighbor asks me, okay, never mind. Never mind.
Don't tell it.
No, no.
You sure you won't put yourself in that situation?
No, baby, that's all right. But my thing is, you know, Sweeney said the problem I'm going through now, my friend feel like she can call her it. No. That ain't how that.
Why did she feel like she can call her?
Yeah, you know, she don't say that was quick. Yep. I ain't got to learn but one time.
You see that? You see that, she don't?
Yeah, okay. Next thing. This we got to talk about it, y'all. In the jacuzzi with his next door neighbor, and his wife is outside calling Fatima all kind of bees and things. Why was he trying to save his friend and his wife outside? And he married. Why didn't he let his wife go outside?
I don't know, because he should have let her just go on out there and catch
Yeah.
him. He should have just let. It's not like he was telling it. He put.
It don't matter. He was telling. The thing is you went to somebody else's house to go in there with another woman, and your wife tracked you to my house, and you jump on me. No, you jump on me. You jump on my girlfriend or my fiance, and you think I'm finna cover for you?
Right.
You put me in the situation to where I have my fiance to think that I condone it.
I guess he was going by. See, that's the thing. Zach, he finding himself into in compromising positions because he's feeling like that bro code or whatever, you know, to cover for each other. Like that's what Fatima asked him.
That shouldn't apply for being married. It's a bro code when you ain't in a relationship.
Right.
But when you're in a relationship, that shouldn't apply because what you allow, you do. What you condone, you will do. I feel
that's why Fatima asked him. She said, "So how many times have he covered for you?"
Yeah.
Is this what you do? Oh, sorry.
That's all right.
He said, "Is this what you do?" And he was just like, "No."
He said, "I'm not that person no more."
Right. So that's why it was a legitimate question for her to ask.
Yeah.
Lies deceit, I'm not a fan of it.
So the thing was I feel like she was right. So was Fatima wrong for dragging her out the pool? See, because what happened? When Fatima dragged her out the jacuzzi
by her hair.
When she dragged her out the jacuzzi, did she drag her out because she was at her house in her jacuzzi, or did she drag her out because she was cheating with a married?
I think it was all of it. All of it. It was this combination of all the stuff combined together, and that was the last straw. That was her moment. She like, I'm about to hook her up. She grabbed that head and she dragged that ass. Oh, girl had grass stains and everything all up.
I'm trying to.
Because I felt that when she grabbed her by the head.
She didn't want to do that.
Yeah, I felt that. That would have been me too.
Okay, now my next question is: how many times does a person have to disrespect you before you do something about it? Now the girl been disrespecting since day one, since she knew who she was.
Right.
You know, she didn't threaten it twice. Hey, don't do this, don't do this.
And she just
and
like,
she keep
all right.
on. Huh?
I said, and she keeps telling Fatima, all right, but she keeps doing it.
She keep doing it. You know.
So I think, like I said, it was a build up, and that was the last straw. It was a combination of it all, and that was the perfect opportunity. She drug her ass, and she drug her ass, and I felt that as soon as she grabbed her head.
Oh man,
that was the best part.
She didn't hit her enough for me.
That was the best part.
Soon as I just would have drugged that ass back. You just gonna let nobody come in your house and disrespect your house like that? You know, his friend. You know, because he said we've been homeboys since we were 10 or something like that.
Yeah, he said since we were 10.
Sometimes just the longevity don't matter when it comes to disrespect.
There's no loyalty in longevity. There, as far as that's concerned, just because I know you longer don't mean that I'm supposed to be loyal to you and not to my fiance.
Right.
But he talking about you only known her, such and such long, but it doesn't matter.
Right.
That's his woman.
And he asked to be engaged.
Now the thing is, you unhappy, and we can't help it if your wife beat your ass.
Well, when she came in with that, we went, ooh! I felt that knock in the nose with that bat. I don't know. So now my next question. Now that we know that that's really Zach's baby, could you be in a relationship with someone even though he didn't know that that was his child? Is that detrimental to their relationship now? Is that going to cause their relationship to be strained now? Because he didn't know.
Well, I don't think. Well, I would say no. The only thing that's going to cause it to have issues is the baby mama. You see what I'm saying? Because she know that he got money, and she want to move next door. You know what I'm saying? So I think the only thing that's going to make it tough for them is the baby mama. I can see Fatima going ahead and just saying, okay, because it's happened before, you know, before me, and you didn't know, you clearly didn't know,
right?
Because he looked just as shocked.
Yeah,
he was trying to hide it.
Yeah.
So if I was her, I would accept that part, but the part with the baby mama, you know, with the drama that's gonna come with it,
but he don't have to move her next door. He don't have to do shit with her.
No, he don't.
All he need to do is take care of his baby. That's my exact situation. It's not a detriment, but it's hard to work through it. Okay, why? Why is it hard to work through when the child is innocent? Why would you say it's hard to work through when the child is innocent? And the thing is with Zach is Zach did not know. They both found out at the same time.
Right.
So, what you say? I don't really think it's his child. I feel his brother, his friend, and his ex door. Something.
Girl next door is all in it.
Yeah. What you said? I love my stepchild, but like Miss J and the baby mom, just real ignorant.
Yeah, and it makes it hard for you to, to deal with all the other that comes along with it because of the baby mama.
Okay, so let me ask this question. Why is it so hard to just let it all go? Why is it so hard to if he know his friends are up to no good? Like, he know Nate ain't no good. He know Nate cheat on his wife. I still say, what you condone, you'll do. He okay with Nate cheating on his wife. Tony go whichever way the wind blow. Bryce is bisexual. We finna get on that one. If you know all three of your friends got issues and you're trying to change the narrative of your life.
Birds of a feather.
Yeah, you're trying to change the narrative of your life. If you're trying to change the narrative of your life, why are you holding on to the people that don't want to see you move on? Am I saying that right? So why is he still?
I think some people look at it as, like his friend said, I don't know why people think there's a sense of loyalty to their friends. Yes, you have been friends for ever since you was 10, but who's to say that you're supposed to still continue to be friends? That might be the end of your journey as friends.
I mean, not as friends, but as close friends. Because you can still be distant friends, just not in your house. I'm going to say this again. Y'all, when you're in a relationship, keep these people out your house. Keep your friends out your house. Just keep that out your house, because they bringing that mess with them.
So you have to leave some people behind. Yeah. Maybe he feels some obligation to them, but you're not obligated to anybody but yourself. You're really not.
Yeah. He did tell them they need to grow up. Yeah. But my thing is why are they not hearing him? And why?
Because they stuck. They're stuck.
Okay, this is another question I got. Everyone is not a certain journey with you.
Right.
Now, let me ask this question. If Zach knew that Fatima was moving in with him, why does Nate have access to his house? Ain't none of my friends have access to our house. None of our friends have keys to access to our house. Why does Nate have access to his house? That makes sense?
Yeah. Because that was his backyard.
You know,
They don't share, right?
they hear him. Question is, do they care?
They don't.
He shouldn't have access to his house. Yeah.
I think they're upset because he's moved on and he's happy.
I just say that you keep your friends at your house. You know, especially your single friends. The thing is with me and Jay, you know, we're not singling nobody out. Excuse me. However, we hang out with those that have a purpose. Am I saying that right? We have a purpose. Am I saying that right? As far as having each other's friends, we're not single friends. How am I saying this?
I don't know what you're trying to say.
Me and Jay,
Baby
like I have a friend, Nicole. Okay, back where I'm from. Okay, she's my friend. Okay, but I don't do anything with Nicole by myself now because I'm in a relationship. So when I do stuff with Nicole, we do it together. We don't have friends like Nicole is my friend, and then I just gonna hang out with Nicole and then leave baby by herself. You know, single friends don't have anything to do with friends that are in relationship. That makes sense. So when I hang out with my friend, we hang out together. That makes sense. Mm-hmm. Okay, I wanted to make sure I wasn't tripping.
You're saying that we don't hang out. We really don't. We don't. I don't want to say we don't befriend, but we don't hang out with single people.
Unless it's us together, like Dr. Tony. We like Dr. Tony. We give Dr. Tony. Dr. Tony. Dr. Tony is single, and she don't, have anybody that we know of. And so we hang out with Dr. Tony. Dr. Tony ain't just hang out with me and baby at home, or Dr. Tony ain't just finna hang out with baby and I'm at home. No, we hang out with Dr. Tony together. Right. And she's single. You see what I'm saying? That's the only way that's the best way I can explain that. And
there's very few like single people that we actually hang out with. Right. We prefer we got single friends, right? And that's what it is. But if we can, we prefer to hang out with like other couples such as ourselves, that we can get along with. But we get along with because Dr. Tony's our sister, to us. So we hang out with like Dr. Tony.
TLC and Auntie Shane. We hang out with them.
And Auntie Shane.
See, to us, that's family. Yeah. What's the other one that I wanted to say? Let me say this, and let me say this.
You talking about Bryce?
No.
Not yet.
Not yet. Let me say this. If you have any friends that talk against your relationship, they don't have your best interest at heart. If you have friends, see that you love the person that you're with, and they find every excuse for you not to be with them, they don't have your best interest at heart, and they see that you're jealous. They see you show that you're jealous of your friend. You got to cut them people loose. I don't care how close you've been friends with them, because your friends is gonna motivate you. Your friends is gonna celebrate you. Your friends is gonna be there with you and your relationship. That's what I got.
And no, her and Nicole, Nicole is her best friend. They was never in a relationship.
From where I'm from.
Because somebody's asking, were you and Nicole in a relationship? No, Nicole is straight.
Yeah, she's straight.
Yes. Leave Nicole like this. Nicole is straight, and she's just a real sweet person. So her and baby been friends for a long time.
Over 20-something odd years. Yeah.
So your friends should be happy for you, but you have some that they're going to always find something to say. And to me, if they always got to find something to say, and that something is always something negative, then they're not for you.
Right.
Especially when if there's nothing wrong with the relationship, like I'm not mistreating her, I'm not being mean to her, I'm not using her, I'm not making her cry, I'm not putting my hands on her, I'm not doing anything to her, and we're just saying hypothetically, then one of her friends always got something negative to say about me, you know, and the only thing I'm doing is we're adding to each other's lives. It's not like I'm adding to hers and she's not adding to mine. We both add to each other's.
Yeah. And so okay, and let me say this, y'all. We finna talk about Bryce. We finna talk about Bryce. I am going to say that if you're in a relationship with somebody like Bryce, and you gotta question yourself,
right.
should you be in a relationship with somebody that's bisexual? That means that person is not with you by themselves. Let me say this. Let me say it again. A person can be bisexual. Anybody that's bisexual should not be in a relationship, because that's saying that you can be with that person and somebody else.
We're talking about Zatima on BET Plus.
When Angela asked the question, should I be in a relationship with Bryce and he's bisexual? She said bisexual, right? That's questioning you, for number one.
Yeah.
And number two, that's you accepting somebody else to be in your relationship.
Just to have somebody else.
Yeah.
Because that's what, because she was just like, right? She was waiting for the okay. Like,
yeah.
This is cool.
That shit is not cool. That shit is not cool.
So she was waiting for the okay from Fatima.
Yeah.
That's why she said, right? And I'm like, why is she asking her like, right? You ought to know that should, if that's something that you know you won't tolerate, then you just don't tolerate it. It's not,
right.
Don't go by what somebody else would do.
Right. And if you don't, whenever you got the questioning, you already answered. That makes sense? Yeah. If you questioning it, then you already got your answer.
Yeah. I guess just looking for confirmation, but so what do you think about your boy Bryce? What do you think about your boyfriend?
The thing with Fatima and Zach, I don't think that would I just don't think that would have went the way it went if that shit was real. Ain't no man finna be comfortable with another man grazing his lips, as he say. I think Bryce violated Zach's space.
He did.
Because Zach had already said it's over there. He said we let it go. We threw it. It's over there. See, it's over there. Once Zach said how he felt, his space should not have been violated to even feel like that it was okay to kiss him or try to kiss him. You see what I'm saying?
Right, D Hunter. D Hunter said no, that wouldn't have happened in real life.
Yeah.
Somebody would have been a neck brace.
Yeah. So, oh man, now my next thing is they want to talk about it. Mm-hmm. I mean, understand? He say this sign don't even feel like what he said about the sign.
Sign rise.
Yeah,
that's what they named the company. He said it don't have the same meaning anymore. And he just like first he said we can go to my office. No, we gonna stay right here. He's like for some reason that sign just don't have the same meaning anymore because the name of the company was called Rise.
Rise. No, but do it again. Rise. I wouldn't even be able to work with him anymore. I swear, shit weird. Yeah. I just feel like he didn't have to. He didn't have to violate the space. And understand, Bryce knew that Zach didn't roll that way.
Right.
He had already said 2 days prior that he was. What he said, pussy and titties. Already said he was just pushing his titties. He already said it. And so, once he violated, okay, so now I guess what's going to happen is Bryce is going to be outed to Nathan and Tony. Because Angela say all his friends are gay. Which that shouldn't play a part, you know, as far as
I don't think he's going to be outed to them. I think it's going to just be, they're going to get Angela, they're going to sit down and have a sit down with Angela.
But wouldn't you want to know if your friend, you know, bet both ways? Wouldn't you want to know? So you wouldn't be put in this situation?
My least of my worries would be Nate and old boy, because their priorities are all jacked up anyway. They worried about sleeping around with other women. They worried about all the wrong things. So I'm just saying, I just think that with Angela, I think she's still going to accept it for what it is.
But you shouldn't want to sleep with somebody that got a heart on from somebody else. If I'm trying to say, I want to know too. That keeps me from being in a situation that I don't know about. I don't want to be blindsided.
Look, that's if they listen, because you see they don't listen to Zach anyway when Zach telling them something. Them two knuckleheads, I don't know. So might be a waste of breath. I don't know. But I'm just saying they're my least of my concerns only because of the way that they are.
Yeah.
That's the least. That's not even to me anything worth. I don't know. I wouldn't bother myself with them after what I went through with them. No, I wouldn't.
Wait, with who? Nate or Bryce?
With Nate and what's the other homeboy name?
Tony.
Tony.
I feel like Tony didn't have anything to do with it.
Tony, he's still immature too, because he still wants things to be. He's like, why can't we just be? Why can't we all just like get along? Why can't we just be? You know, he was being loud, and so. Zach was telling him calm that shit down. He had to tell him 3 times because he was talking loud. He's like being a woman, a female.
Yeah.
You know, he just like, I just don't understand. I mean, why can't we all just still be the same? And it's like you're not going to be the same. Zach has grown.
No, I don't think Zach's grown. I think he's trying to.
Well, yeah, he has grown.
He's trying to. And his friends won't allow him to. But it's not that his friends won't. Yeah, it's not that his friends won't. He won't let them friends go.
Right.
He won't let them friends go. And Zach doesn't understand that he's in a position to where he has a lot of money now. You can't have them kind of friends around.
I'm with you, Lisa. Lisa says Nate and Tony are stuck in the past. They're not healthy for Zach. He has enough BS going on.
Yeah.
He definitely does.
Yeah.
He definitely does.
Yeah.
I think they're holding him back too. And as long as he continue to have them, you know, dealings with them, like he can deal with them over there.
Yeah.
But as long as he has dealings with them, especially with Nate's going to find some reason to break that up.
Yeah.
Because
I really thought that's what he was doing next door.
I thought they was plotting against what was happening. And the girl said, she's like, but once Zach sees that, that you're seeing me, he's going to want me. You know what I mean? He's going to be jealous. So,
yeah.
I don't think that he finds her sexually attractive only when he thinks about a man. I feel the same way, too. Yeah. I feel the same way, too. Because that's when she said that's the only time that he's, has the hots for her turned on when he's thinking of another man. Yeah. And when she looked back, it's all situations that had to do with him, just like coming, from seeing Zach. Yeah, he tore her ass up when he came back.
Then she went, ooh. And he just not knowing that he was thinking about a whole man.
I thought he was going to say Zach's name. For real, I did. I did.
I don't think Angela is naive. I think that she just she's just insecure that she can't find somebody better than Bryce. Because then she said, right when I find a man that's the perfect man, he wants some dick too. That's what he said. That's what he said. That's what she said.
But yeah, that's the thing is that's why I think that she's gonna settle. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking that she's gonna settle.
Yeah, I
really do. Because then she said, right? I can't be with a bisexual man, right?
No.
Question mark.
No, because sometimes that shit is dangerous. I mean, that sometimes it's dangerous.
You have those fatal attractions.
Yeah, and then it'd be one of them times one of them things break, and then they didn't mess around and cause them, and then they bring that shit to you.
Got the Hong Kong itchies
before you go to the doctor. I'm just saying.
I hope she don't settle either. Yeah, this is going on YouTube. I hope she doesn't settle either, but I see the storyline going in. Well, that's the way I see it going. I don't know, because somebody said that was what the last of the episodes for the season.
Mm. Right? That was the last 2 episodes.
Okay.
Yeah.
You say you don't like sharing. I don't need to. My name ain't Sharon.
I just feel like I feel like when they don't choose you, that should be enough to say this ain't what you want.
Mm-hmm.
You always want somebody to just choose you, and you be the one and only choice. When there's an option, you ain't number one. That makes sense. When there's an option, you are not number one.
But if you have to, that's, like that saying, if you got to choose between me and somebody else, then go ahead and choose them. Mm-hmm. And I'm good. Mm-hmm. Because if you really wanted me, it wouldn't be, you wouldn't have to.
Right.
Choose.
If Bryce respected Angela, he wouldn't put her in this position. If he loved if he loved Angela, he would have told Angela he was bisexual instead of her finding out the way. Anytime you got to find out about somebody and they not telling it to you and you got to go find out, that ain't the person for you.
Yeah.
You want somebody that's going to be open and honest with you, no matter how much it's going to hurt.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah.
You have to sit up there and find that out. So my thing was, because then he could have gave her the option to say, yes, I don't mind. Yeah. But then you could have brought her something.
Yeah.
So
he don't care about her.
You're right. So that's why she needs to look at it that way. But to me, I foresee her playing it out and just settling.
What you say? That's something to tell on the first day. Hey, I like eggplant too. So can go ahead and dip out. Because when they were in the kitchen, he wasn't into her. And if you're getting that attention, you would be into. Yeah. Yeah. You shouldn't have to work hard for someone if they really want to be with me. Yeah. He wants
her to be his beard. Wow.
What that mean?
Like an undercover, so that showed like he's just straight. That's his woman, but she's basically.
Oh yeah. I learned that, y'all. I didn't know nothing about that. I learned that's something new. Yeah, that's something new. I ain't know nothing about that. Then he was acting normal when Angela and Fatima walked in. Yeah, that's a person that's living a double life. Mm-hmm. And you don't want them kind of people because they putting you in a position to you are choosing not to be number one. Mm-hmm. So
you're saying it's okay to treat you that way. So you're setting the tone that it's okay to do me that way.
But I got another question. Should Zach? Because I feel like Zach should have told Angela. Right then, I think Zach should have told Angela what had happened at that moment. Why did they leave out with it not being settled? Why? I know. Tell me. I mean, come on, y'all.
Maybe he assumes that she might know.
Oh, man. No, man.
Maybe he assumes that she know.
No.
So he's off. So I
just feel like that Zach should. Hey, Triple OG. I feel like when that happened, that shouldn't have. To me, that's pushed under the rug. No. Tell me what just happened. That's making me look like a fool. Angela look like a fool right now. And Fatima and Zach.
Well, they should have stopped it. Like, okay, I know Bryce took her into the office and he closed the door because he said, I'm gonna show you my office. Yeah. And then he closed the door. But when they came back out, that's when they should say, you know what? We need to talk to you, Angela. We need to let you know when we walked in. You want to know why Bryce was on the ground? You want to know why he's picking his feet up off the floor? Because he came on, he made a pass at Zach.
Right.
Tell her about that, Bryce. What about you making a pass at Zach?
Oh man. Okay, so my next question I have to ask. The next question I have to ask is, by Zach not telling Lori that Nathan was outside with another woman, but he consoling Lori.
He's consoling her to keep her from going that way, though.
So who is he loyal to? The one he hugging or the one that's outside?
No, the one that was outside.
But why was he being loyal? But then why was he consoling? That's fake.
But because he was trying to prevent her. That was fake. He was trying to prevent her from going to look that way.
Why?
to cover for his boy.
That's not right. That's not right.
Yeah.
He's more loyal to Nathan.
Yeah.
That's not right, Lisa, though. You know that.
We didn't say it was right.
And Fatima's standing right there. He's showing Fatima what he's capable of.
That's the thing. If I was Fatima, I said, nah, get your hands off her. Lori, he out back.
Yeah, okay, so then that's my question. Why didn't Fatima say he out back?
Zach was pleading with her not to tell it. And why, I don't know why because that's not her. I don't know why she didn't, I don't know why.
It's because Fatima kept saying no, she needs to know.
I just knew, but then she went back and got her ass though. She went back and got her.
She said, come around back there, they're walking fast too, boy.
I heard you. I can hear her walking and talking now. See with this motherfucker right here. Said, come on, this way. He got trunks and everything on, girl.
Oh man. That's why she went. But my question, Rhonda, is why didn't she do it? But you saw this man in your hot tub. This man didn't.
Like, why the delay? Why the delay is what baby's asking. Like, why? Yeah. Why did she wait till he called her all kinds of bees and stuff for her to go get her?
Yeah.
Why did she wait? Why she just didn't do it when she seen him out there in the hot tub in the beginning?
So,
because I know I would have been like.
So I got another question, y'all. Let me tell you how I would have handled it. Now, when they went outside. Yeah, I think Fatima was a bit startled because the woman was coming at her with a bat fur. Yeah, but that was outside. But once they got in the house and she saw it,
yeah, she
should have said something. But this is what I got, y'all. I know Nate is Zach's boy. I get that, you know. But soon as Nate cussed at Fatima, Zach should have popped him in his lip, because what you're not gonna do is disrespect my relationship and my woman.
Right.
Once he said F you and this and that, I'd have bopped him dead in his lip. I'm just saying.
Gigi said because it's typical Tyler Perry writing.
I'm just saying. Nobody is finna disrespect her in her house. I don't care how you feel. You gonna say that shit outside. You gonna say that, but he said it in with her standing right there, and he was trying to keep them like this here, but this man had this disrespected your woman in your house.
Yep.
Oh man.
That's what I was saying. It's just time to terminate that friendship.
Yeah.
To me, you've exhausted. I mean, not exhausted, but it's just time for the friendship to actually end. I will see you when I see you. But as far as we hanging out as boys and everything, no, because you didn't call my woman out her name over something that you did.
Yeah.
You caused. And then you want to call my woman out her name?
And then say he was pissed off. I wouldn't have gave two shits about Nathan being pissed off. Once you disrespect my house, you disrespected my house.
And then he said, when she said, "Oh, we're engaged," he said, "Engaged?" He said, "Well, you ain't married yet." So he was letting her know you. So there's more to come with him. He already set the tone of how he's gonna handle things. And so if I was her, I would know how to handle him. Yeah. I
would. Me too, Scooby. Me too. You just ain't finna disrespect me in my house and disrespect my lady. And not say that. I think Zach and Fatima need a break from their friends to develop their relationship.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah. I agree. I agree with you, Gigi.
Yes. Just all together. Because their friends, each other's friends is what's causing their havoc. Mm-hmm. Along with the next door neighbor. She said, if you ain't got that rent 901.
and the thing about it is, Zach even said that. Remember, before she even got into it with Angela, Zach told Fatima, let's stay out the business.
Yeah,
let's stay out the business. And then she go on the phone with Angela. Well, we all need to talk. And
well, no, I understand that why they need to talk, because that part involves that. with Bryce.
Enough of the
so
talking.
They need to talk about
there ain't nothing to talk about. He's bisexual. He asked Zach, was he bisexual? Zach said, hell no. I like
piss and titties.
P and T. He says I like the ill na. And that was the end of that. So I don't see what we need to talk about. There's no confusion. It'd be different if Zach.
But Angela don't know.
I don't give a flying. So,
oh man,
she could tell her over the phone, "Hey, this is the deal. He came on to Zach.
Yeah,
that's why he was on the ground. We don't need to have no conference about."
You're right.
There's what's the point of it?
You're right. I guess I just wanted to see Angela.
It's gonna be awkward from there on. Like Lisa said, it's gonna be awkward to be working with him because of what happened.
They ain't gotta interact with each other, huh? Can they email each other? Can they email each other without having conversation? I mean,
no,
because Bryce violated the space.
He did.
So
but Zach needs him.
Zach shouldn't pay for it. Yeah, Zach shouldn't pay for it. Zach already said it triggered him. Fatima shouldn't make them talk.
Right.
Okay, now Lisa, I didn't understand it when it said it triggered him by him being in jail. Yeah. I know, but what happened?
I guess because he had to go through that stuff in prison. You know, you got to watch your back. You know, the
okay,
men.
so then the question is why didn't he see it coming? If he had to watch his back, why didn't he see that coming from Bryce once Bryce made
I guess he just didn't expect that. You know how you have a certain, I guess he just didn't get the vibe from him because like he said, we play ball, we boys. He never gave off the vibe. You know, we all have taken our shirts off in front of each other and this, that, and the third. So I didn't think anything of it. So...
Well, he didn't show himself to be like that because I didn't when the show first came on and I saw Bryce. He didn't show himself. I didn't
get those vibes either.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be something else shady, something else that had to do with business. You know?
Yeah.
It was a shocking moment for us all.
But now they're in business together. They got to find some type of common ground.
Well, that's what I said. Yeah, because I mean Zach needs Bryce because Bryce is good as far as the contacts and the dealings, and he knows the behind the scenes.
So, do you feel like Bryce knew what his angle was, and that's why he got in business with him? Because he knew that he liked Zach and wanted Zach, and was taking him out.
That's closer. I mean, the closer he can get to him, that's as close. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he
that was his way of getting close to him. Yeah,
he paid his contractors. You know what I'm saying? He told him what to say to SEC.
You owe me.
Yeah. You know?
You owe me.
So, I wonder if that was his intent all along. You know, was he really trying to help him? Or was he doing it to see how far he can go?
So do you think that he knew that Angela was... what's her name's friend, and he deliberately got in a relationship with her?
I believe so.
That he knew that was Fatima's friend?
I just know they do pillow talk. Whatever Zach tell Fatima go tell Angela tell it to Bryce. And then Bryce go back and tell Angela, and then Angela go back and tell Fatima, and then Fatima tells Zach. That's the way it's going. And that's too much pillow talk for me.
We pillow talk, but but that's it.
That's as far as it go though.
We pillow talk amongst each other.
Yeah.
You know, because we know if anything get back, then we know the other one told it.
Yeah. I think Zach will out Bryce, and then Bryce will turn him into the people about the whole situation.
Oh man!
But then Zach can bring him in and name him as a person that helped him. So no, I just don't think that they will go that route. I think him marrying Fatima will what I want to say subside.
I'm trying to do my when you say Zach and Fatima, what?
I think that Zach being engaged and marrying Fatima would keep Fatima from because she has this.
Oh, for going to court. testifying against him.
Yeah.
Hey, from Frisco,
Cause
Texas.
she's always saying, cause what she said to him when she was going in the restroom, when she said, golly, how she said that, when she said, cause you better watch out or something like that.
Don't remember
When she threatened him about protecting you from yourself because you mess up.
She said that's your ass.
Yeah. So what she mean by that?
That she's done with him.
She's done when she ain't finna honor all that.
I don't think she would do that. I honestly don't. I really don't. I would bet that on anybody else in that show, but I don't think that she would do that. I really don't.
Yeah. Okay, so now I got another question. Which say Bryce is basically saying to Zach, look, we're in business, so you need to bring that ass here, boy. He was too nice. What you say? He was too nice. He has a motive. He likes Zach. She meant she was through with him if he messed up. Okay. She's loyal to Zach. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said. She just done with him. She's not. That's all.
All I say is. Yo, you gotta keep your friends out your household. Your relationship is not gonna work if your friends is in and out your house. And we don't mean literally in and out your house. We're saying in your business, knowing what's going on. You don't have no private time.
They should know. They should not know everything about your spouse.
Yeah.
Your significant other. They should know everything. And even I don't care if it's your best friend. They shouldn't know everything about your partner.
Yeah.
They should know about certain things that go on. That's just for you two.
What you say? Angela is dingy. She gotta know something is up. Like her intuition is off. No, she know. She just ain't. She just don't want to see for what it is. Cause I say again, if you got the question, you already know your answer. Cause ain't no way I'm gonna question if it's okay to be with a bisexual man. I'm not judging that bisexual man, but I'm not saying it's okay to be with one. Saying being okay with it is saying I'm okay with you sleeping with me and somebody else. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. But everybody's entitled to who they want to be. I feel like you should tell a person off the top who you are and give them, the option, the opportunity to know if they want to deal with you.
Yeah, you're taking that right away from that person.
Yeah.
You're taking that right and that choice away from that person when you do that.
Why you did it like that?
Do what?
That's water at the bottom?
Yes, hot water.
Oh, okay.
It activates this and it makes it work a little bit faster.
Okay. I'm learning something new. Yeah, I was put in that situation. How did you handle that 84 Kiwi? How'd you handle that situation? Because I just feel like you owe that person enough respect. You owe that person that much respect to let that be an option for them. Don't take that option away from them because of how you feel and what you want.
Mm-hmm. That's a selfish move.
Yeah.
I mean, so how did you handle it? 84 Kiwi. That's what I want to know.
Yeah, that's what I asked. Zatima needs to be watching that Skeezer next door. She is thirsty.
She said that Skeezer.
What I feel about the next door neighbor. Once you said what you said, I ain't saying it no more. I'm gonna just put it in. I'm gonna put whatever I got to say into action after that. That's all it is. When you get tired of your tires being slashed and see by me being a tenant, being the landlord, I have a way in your house. You don't want to fool with me that way. Mm-hmm. You mess with me, I'm gonna torture you.
To where you gonna want to move?
Yeah, you gonna want to move. I'm gonna make it. You can mess with me if you want to.
But that was my thinking. I was like, okay, you want to, besides the rent, because that ain't nothing. Talking about that 901, I need to make it more difficult for her, living conditions.
What you said, like Fatima said, first time rent late, she homeless. But the thing is, you know what, Lisa, I think even with that, if she late, she still got to give her, they still got to,
technically
they got to go to court, file court, your thing, that's going to be about 2 weeks. Then you got another 30 days. It's just,
So what did I let him go. I told him he was wrong and should have given me the decision from the start, not after.
Yeah.
Right.
It's scary out there because so many men are on, I want to say, downtown dating risky business. Yeah.
So I hate to put
Right.
I hate to put this out there. Okay. And maybe I'm being
no, you're being honest.
What do you call it when you discriminating against? But what I'm gonna say is because it's more so in the ATL, right? Where a lot of them, no, for real, a lot of them are on the DL, right? Am I right or am I wrong?
I would say it's all over. It's more unhealthy, risky when a man is secretive about that type of stuff.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Especially when you're thinking that you're the only one, period. Then kind of find out you're not the only one. And then it happened to be...
Scooby say a lot. Damn.
Okay, so I'm right. Okay.
I just think it's all over. It's
I've heard that's like...
See, I mean, Houston is everywhere.
Okay.
It's a lot in ATL.
Yeah.
Everyone in ATL is just more open to you finding out.
Wow.
That's why I heard definitely more prominent in ATL.
No lies there.
Wow.
That's what I heard.
Wow.
People talk. So. Wow.
I just feel like a person should just give you the option to decide if that's what you want to do.
But what my thing is, if that's what you are, or if that's what you do, because that's what you do, that's not what you are. That's what you do. Why be ashamed? Go ahead and say, hey, this is what I'm into. Are you into it? No, I'm not. Okay, well, that's what I'm into. So, I apologize, but this is not gonna work out because I'm into.
And that's why they won't. I know that's why they don't tell them, is because they want the person that they afraid to tell it to. They want that person, but they not allowing that person to want them by being honest with them.
Right. I keep saying sometimes you'd be surprised how many women will be up for that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
If you just be upfront.
Believe it or not, there's a lot in the military. I do believe that, Scooby. I do. And some people ain't ready, don't be ready to come out. You know what? It's not user 3500. It's not about being ready to come out. It's just being honest with the person that you liking.
Yeah.
If you're taking a liking to that individual and you know that individual don't know about you, then you're not giving that person the opportunity to say, this is what I want.
Right.
Then, you don't have to come out.
Right.
You don't have to. The thing is don't like the person that you're into if you're not willing to come out.
Yeah. That's what you need to come to realization is the fact that, okay, is that person worth telling you that, hey, I really like this person, so I want her to know. Heads up. Heads up.
I say, you so silly. If you don't want to be honest with the other individual, at least be honest to yourself. Yeah.
I just don't see what's so bad about it. I mean, if that's what you do, that's what you do.
I had a female friend I was friends with for years. She was in love with me. How'd you handle that, Shakir? People are afraid of what others think. No, I'm not, Raina, I'm not saying for them to come out to the world. I'm saying to the person that they're with.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. And, because you can be with somebody, you can be with two people, with each other, and just be honest with each other.
Right.
And
nobody be the wiser.
Because it's not nobody else's business but you and that person.
What's going on in your bedroom, so nobody would be the wiser that's what you do.
She kept up trouble, and after all these years, I found out. Oh.
Wow.
Yeah. I I didn't think now these days people just being open and honest. We were middle school friends, and I knew she looked at girls and boys, but just didn't know me.
Didn't know that she was looking at you like that.
Yeah.
She'd watch you jump rope going like this. She's like, wait a minute, she's jumping different.
Don't mind my wife. Oh man.
You want to have hula hoop? She like.
But you said she even tried to date my kid's father to hurt me.
Wow. Now that's crazy.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Oh man.
That's crazy.
Wow. Woo, man.
That is crazy.
You are so silly.
What? I did have a question, but I have to go get my other phone.
You want to go get it? It's hard to find someone that will keep that type of information between you and them.
You know what? Because people like to run their mouth.
Yeah.
They like to run their mouth.
Yeah. You want me to go get it?
It's just right there on the ring light.
Okay.
I believe it should be charging.
All right.
Bring it to me. Come hither, my love.
I'm coming,
Look, Wildflower. Hey, I'm just saying. You two are the cutest couple ever. Thank you. We're cute, they say.
Wait.
I got it.
Wait. Uh-oh.
Yeah, see, there you go.
I'm sorry. Just finding all this out this year, she knew she wasn't the kind of female I like. Well, damn. Oh, man. Patrick said we need our own show. Patrick Eugene Sims Jr. said we need our own show.
Okay. What scary movie do you think you could live through? Like actually live through, like for real in real life? Saw, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, Us, or Halloween? What scary movie? The scary movie that I think I could live through would be Friday the 13th.
Shit.
Friday the 13th. Yeah, because as long as we stay in a group, like I already have it planned. As long as we stay in a group, because you have to stay awake. Remember Friday the 13th, you gotta stay awake. You can't go to sleep because then that's when Freddy come and get you.
I'm dying all of them.
DC said run.
No, Mom.
So I think with me be Friday the 13th. I'm excited. Look, I'm all excited and pumped about that. I already got mine. We say what about us?
I don't know. Yeah. I ain't never seen that one.
I mean, before. That's okay. I
ain't never seen it.
I'm dead on arrival.
Me too, Raina.
I'm just saying. Well, that's me.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Okay. It ain't my business, right? But it bothers me anyway. And then what bothers you anyway? Like, it ain't your business, but what bothers you? It's not your business, but it bothers you. Like, say, for instance, let me give an example. Like, say, for instance, it ain't my business, like what went down in the elevator between Solange and Jay-Z, but I want to know, I want to hear the audio. Does anybody else want to hear the audio that actually, it ain't my business, but. Right. So.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, y'all ain't saying?
Yeah, they saying, somebody say.
When people mistreat others, when people get used, that bothers me.
Not the texting me. I see people use, that bothers me. The fact that my stepkid's mom don't take care of their hair is short and carpet-like. Stop that.
Wait a minute, they said carpet-like?
When I see women stay with their cheating husband, that's not I don't like that. She keeps saying
like it bothers me to see braided lace fronts.
She say the question again, babe. Say it one more time.
I said, okay, the question was, it ain't my business, or the statement is, it ain't my business, but it bothers me anyway. So like, it ain't my business.
How parents let their kids hit them in the store.
Okay, but it bothers you. Okay.
Yeah. When people talk about things they really don't know. The hair on my mother-in-law's chin.
Oh.
That's Lisa. That's Lisa with it. Oh, man. Lisa, I ain't playing with you.
You gonna get us all in trouble on here talking about your mother-in-law.
Oh, shit.
Let me see if I got anything.
I got a visual, Lisa. I got a visual.
You get what that one hair in that mole? Got that mole and that one long hair?
Oh, man.
I really
When
didn't
the
have
child,
nothing else. I thought I had something else, but I don't.
Yeah, honey, I gotta get all my jokes out before. What you say? I gotta get all my jokes out before the wedding next month. You might not get married. Shit, you might not get married. She might be watching this shit. People who pay attention to the outside of you instead of the inside.
Yeah.
You know what? I just spoke on that this week. I just spoke on that. How people judge you from the outside rather than in here.
Yeah.
I just spoke on that.
Yeah.
You know, so I get it. Ooh, man. What y'all think about that anyway? I'm just curious. What y'all
say?
What y'all think about that? What did y'all think about that? That was a live I did. And that was a live I had did. Mm-hmm. So, and I just put it on TikTok. I don't know how many people actually went to the actual YouTube and watched the whole thing. But that was bothering me. I had to talk about it.
Yeah.
You know, Whew. You know, I got a lot of feedback on it. And I appreciate the kind words that everybody, you know, said. You know, I had a few people that had some crazy stuff to say, but you know, everybody had their own opinion.
Yeah. So I mean, how are you dealing with that, or is it okay to ask you how you're coping or dealing?
All it is that it opened my eyes to things, and it hurt. It still hurts.
Yeah.
Because I don't understand how the outside of me can bother you, and the inside of me don't have no type of, you know, feeling, you know?
Yeah.
Why is it so easy for you to judge the outside of me and not the heart of me? I don't get that. Because the heart of me is different from what you see. What you see, some people, like somebody told me, somebody always come in here and say, you try to be hard, you try hard to be a man, and I'm going, I ain't never once said that to nobody. But that's what you see because of how you know, sum me up.
Right.
But you don't get to know me as a person on the inside to realize that that's not me. You know? Yeah. So it hurts. And then y'all keep saying hurt people, but why you gotta hurt me? When I'm not doing you anything. You know? Yeah, the heart is you, yeah.
And then it's easier said than done when people say, oh, the hell with, you know, that person, or let that person go.
Yeah.
You know, not knowing, you know, specifics. So
I love you for who you are and continue being used to. Yeah. Yeah, the hurt one who hurt you, not me. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's why I said and usually a lot of times with stuff like that, it's an underlining, there's something else going on, that unresolved issues within that person, that they're projecting that on that onto you. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's only because of your heart is why they do it. Right. You know?
And Big V says sometimes it has a lot to do with jealousy. People just want what you got. But Big V, me myself, I don't have nothing.
Okay, Big V.
People have more than me.
No, Big V. Tell her, and I hope Big V, I hope you're right here with me. Please, Big V. Big V, tell her, she's thinking, okay, I'm trying not to tell you what to say, but she keeps saying, I don't have anything. So tell her what it is that they're jealous of, Big V. I'm counting on you, Big V. Tell her what it is that they're jealous of.
Yeah, because I don't have nothing. I
Come on, Big V. Come on.
usually people that got an issue with me have more than me. As they say, you have your wife, you happiness, your spirit. They're making something up in their mind about you of something that you became. They jealous of your spirit.
Right.
Yes, your happiness, a good wife. The Big B says that beautiful woman that you're sitting right now in the night, you all have going on.
And the thing is that I told her, Big V, and everybody else in here who said, I said, it's your heart. It's stuff that you can't buy. Yes, they might got 2-3 cars and the this and that and the blah, 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 whatever. But that's materialistic stuff. Anybody can really get material stuff. We can go out and really, and get a loan and get whatever. You can get whatever you really want. But what you have, money can't buy.
The thing is, baby, is that God gives us all the sound mind to make the decision.
But somewhere along the line, that person has lost it. Like, we're all born almost kind of like what they say. Who is it? Tin Man? Is it Tin Man with the heart? No, the Tin Man was the brain. Well, whoever needed a heart.
No, that was Tin Man that needed a heart.
Okay, well, that person don't have a heart.
Michael Jackson was the one that needed a brain.
Scarecrow, yeah. a heart. So somewhere along something happened to where that person lost the I don't want to say the ability, but to have that heart to feel and care. Have that caring, loving spirit about them. You have that. And so that I keep telling you, people are mad at you because, again, which if anybody knows your story and you're still standing and you're happy and you're still go lucky and you have no animosity against anybody.
I'm not bitter.
And so they're trying to figure out, but why? Why is she so happy?
And the thing is, I'm not bitter. I'm hurt. I'm not bitter, but I'm hurt.
Yeah.
It hurts. To know that people can treat me the way they treat me. However, I'm not bitter. I'm not bitter because they treat me a certain way. I just don't understand why they treat me different. When I don't act different. I don't act different though.
You on the right road. Yeah. So that's what it is. And I keep I have to tell her, but she and I get it because she's like, well, I don't understand because everybody come into the world with a heart and caring, and you come in innocent, but stuff has happened to that individual where they're bitter.
It happened to me too, but I'm not bitter.
Right, but it's all because everybody handles stuff different.
I handle mine openly.
Well, that might be the whole problem.
But see, it's not my fault. They can't be honest with themselves.
You're right. It's not your fault. So
then my question is, why a person can't be honest with themselves? You see you every day. You deal with you every day. Why you can't be honest with you?
That's the whole thing. I said that people can't stand to look at the man in the mirror to see what's looking back at them. That's what they can't stand to see. Because sometimes you have to deal with that was good. You have to deal with the ugliness, before you. And that's what you have to start with. You have to start with that ugly part. But my thing is, that's not your responsibility to pick up and carry. So
what'd you say? Let me start reading some of that. They don't want to be honest with themselves. It's easier not to. Mm-hmm. You are different. You show love when others are walking around mad. Mm-hmm. People don't realize you do unto others, you can have them do unto you. Yeah. They fake it for the outside world. Well, I mean, they fake it for the outside world. They are jealous.
You are your biggest enabler.
Yeah, they are jealous because you did not fail, and Miss J is standing with you. Keep doing. Yeah, they choose. Some people can't overcome their trauma. Others don't want to relive that. Mm-hmm. I don't get it. I feel like the only way you can get past it is to go
acknowledge
through
it.
Yeah, acknowledge it.
See that thing through. I do. Now, this is what I do say for the haters out there, not directing anybody directly, just saying, overall. I think people do have an issue with me because I'm still here. You see what I'm saying? They're used to people mistreating baby.
And not
they're
being
used to
there.
people not being there for her. People are used to using her, and so I'm still here, and I defend baby. One thing I'm not going to tolerate. I'm not going to tolerate anybody being disrespectful to baby. I'm not going to tolerate anybody using baby. It's just not going to be tolerated. And that is when you love someone, which a lot of people don't. Well, now I won't say a lot of people. There's some people who haven't really experienced true love. Because when you experience true love, you will do any and everything to make sure that that person don't get hurt. You know, within means. You know, that you can. You know, you're going to protect the person that you love. Those are people who actually have really been in love. If you haven't been in love, then you don't know what I'm talking about. But if you've been in love,
what about family love though? Well, family should love you.
Family should love you. Yeah, they should.
Okay, so when now this is what
that's the thing is when we always say when you blood, hey.
But see, this the thing I asked earlier. Remember when I said, why is it that I have to feel love? Like people say I love you, but it's hard to accept the words I love you if I don't feel that you love me. You know, not you, but family. You know,
right? But it's like you said, it's all in action. That's why. So they have to show it in order for you to feel it.
That's the thing. Like, what do they? What? That's the part where I'm having an issue because you can say you love me, but I don't feel it, and that's family. But
you don't feel it because they're not showing it in action. It's not followed up with action. That's why.
But why are they not showing it in action?
That's not for you to answer. That's why I keep telling you. It's not for you to pick. That's not your problem to pick up and carry.
But it hurts when they. Okay, let me say it. When people say your family don't love you, but they say they love me, but then they don't show it.
Right.
But then people say, well, they don't love you though. So, and then the question I'm asking is why? What did I do?
That's the thing is if you've asked, right? Let's say you asked.
Right.
If you asked and then nobody's answered it or they're dancing around it, that's the only day you did your part. That's the only thing.
It cannot be because I'm gay. I haven't always been gay.
I don't think that's what it is. I really don't. That's convenient. But like you said, you haven't been gay all your life.
I haven't.
And it's been going on all your life.
Yeah.
So it's a convenience to use that as as an excuse, but that's not what it is.
Yeah. Sometimes you have to let family go like you let friends go. Well, see, Scooby, with me, that you gotta understand, that's hard for me because my family is limited. See, I feel like the sky.
She only has very limited family.
I have limited family. And I just...
So it's easier said than... It's easier said than done, you know.
I just feel like... I feel like the sky. I come out not being wanted by, certain family. And then learning of some family members, I still haven't been accepted. But I accept them.
So you were delivered by the store.
The love that Jay has for me and I have for Jay
is different.
It's different.
It doesn't make up for the love.
Family love.
Yeah.
You were forged by God. Yeah.
It doesn't make up for the love that she has for family. It's not our love is different.
Yeah. It's hard to process and cope with reality. My thing is that I deal with it. So if I deal with it and I don't have an issue, then why others have it? That's the thing. The question I have. And I know I'm not the only one that deal with that. I don't ask for nothing. I don't look for nothing. When a person has set the tone of you or what you can and can't do with them, then and I abide by that, then there shouldn't be no reason why you don't care for me. Because I'm abiding by whatever it is that you set the tone for.
Right.
You know?
But then you have to be careful, not you, but the individuals who set that tone, because once you set that tone, then you can't go back and say, okay, I'm ready.
Family can act funny, but friends can give more love than family.
I've heard that.
I get that.
We heard that like for the past, couple of days?
Yeah, and I get that. I truly get that. But it does not stop me from still praying and wanting that. You know? That's what I asked for. I had to let my partner go because I know I wasn't ready to live in my truth with family. And you know what, 10 kid, I respect that. And you loved your partner enough to do that.
Love your partner to do what?
Not to let them go because they're not willing to come out to their family.
Oh.
You know, nobody wants to live in undercover.
Hiding.
And hiding.
Yeah.
Keep praying for better communication and
come together. Don't stop.
Yeah. Swing, you're more family oriented. Yeah, I am. I really am. But I'll say my family judged me from the outside in instead of the inside out. And because they judge me on the outside in, they feelings about me stops them from loving me inside out, if that makes sense. They love me, but with conditions. And what I mean by that is I can't just, like my family can just pop up over here. But see, when I pop up at family, I have to call before I come. I can't just assume that I can stay. Stuff like that. And I don't think that is based on my lifestyle because I ain't always been gay, you know. So I don't know what it is.
It has to be more to it. It has to be more to that than just...
I don't know. I honestly don't know what it is. And what I don't get is why people can't just be truthful, no matter how bad it hurts or how much it's gonna hurt. I'd rather a person be honest with me and let me deal with that pain than to fake it with me and I not know that you don't care for me.
Miss Gray Gray asked, did you grow up with your family?
I had my mother, I had my godmother, and I had my auntie. I was raised with my sister from 13 to grown, or 14 to 14, but she lived with her grandmother. My brother, I think I stayed with him till he was 4, and then that was it. So I had my mom and I had my godmother. I never had my father, but I had my stepfather throughout the years. I guess that. I mean, you get what I'm saying?
Tangie said, don't let that bother you because they say family is the worst one.
What about extended family? Yeah. Now, Greg, what you mean by extended family? For me. Hold on. Break that down for me.
Have you ever told them how you feel?
Yeah. But nobody wanted to be honest with me. I just recently found out that this, I'm
saying we got brighter.
That's because I messed with that.
Okay, it's cool.
Huh? Hold on a second. That's it. Yeah, I don't know.
You good.
There's a black sheep in the family that don't know much. But that's the thing. I'm not a black sheep because I ain't do anything to nobody. All I've ever done was
be yourself.
Be myself.
Who you see before you, that's who she's always been. And everybody has told me that. Like everybody, all her friends and everybody has told me that's known her over 20, 30 years. That who you see before you, that's who she is.
I've always been. The thing is, I've always been confident in me. I always trust me. I don't put myself in situations where I have to explain. You never get true answers. For example, on my mom's side, I grew up with my aunts and uncles plus cousins. Okay, that's what you mean. Okay. For example, on my mom's side, I grew up with my aunts and uncles plus cousins, but father's side, I didn't. Okay, no, I've never had anybody on my dad's side. I met my sisters on my dad's side when I was 10, but I wasn't raised with them. But I've always been a part of their life. I got a younger sister that don't accept me because she doesn't believe we got the same daddy. So she just never accepted me. Trust me, everything has never been about my lifestyle. They just making it about my lifestyle, and it's not it.
I'm trying to soak my nails off, y'all. They asking about my filing over here.
Friends, people who stepped up. My stepfather my stepfather, when I needed something, he was always there.
Like your nanny.
Yeah, they were always there. Yeah, if I needed something. So I don't know. They making excuses. Yeah, because I haven't done anything.
It's just that life
to be detrimental.
Just too short. Life is too short. You know, it's just too short for all that foolishness. It really is. I'm just saying, I'm talking about just in general.
Right.
You know, for people to be judging people based off of their lifestyle. Life is too short. Just allow people to be people, as long as they're respectful. And that's what I was telling baby. I said, like, about our relationship, okay?
Right.
No, you don't have to condone it. You respect it, though.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? You don't have to accept it. Just respect it. That's all you got to do. Just like how you want to be respected as an individual, that still doesn't take away that we're human. First, we're human. That's all it is. We're no other way. Our label is human. So
we say we know choice in choosing family, but friends are more accepting because we choose friends. What you say now? If you stay out of people's bedroom, it's all good, right? Family dislike because things mom did before. My family disliked me because of things my mom did before me. It's time to heal and learn acceptance, love the ones who love you and respect you as a person.
So how did you get through that, Lynn? Was it Lynn?
I don't know.
Oh.
Let's see. Sometimes when we start asking questions, some people don't want to let their demons go. I have someone who don't care about us. I know what you mean. I'm going through the same issue.
Wow.
See, you saying stepmom. Shit. I'm trying to ask you people that I'm actually blood related to. You know,
and I know.
What?
Huh?
What happened?
Can I tell them what I asked JC?
Yeah.
No, I'm asking you. First
No, go ahead.
You didn't even let me finish asking you.
But I'm all right.
Okay. So I asked my sister the other day. I just said, I got a question for you. She's like, you know what? I said, okay. I said, I know we live in town, but just say if we didn't live in town and we needed a place to stay. I said, you know me well enough to know that me and baby wouldn't sleep in the same room.
Disrespect the house, yeah.
So could we stay? She's like, yeah. Why are you asking me that? I said, no, I'm just asking. Yes, it was just a conversation that came up, one of baby's things. Could we come stay at your house if we came into town and we didn't live there? She said, yeah. She said, I don't care. We both, she's talking about her husband. She's like, we both wouldn't want you to come. And then she was like, I don't care if y'all stay in the same room,
Yeah.
She goes, as long as you're respectful that you don't do anything, But
that goes without saying.
That's what I told her. I said, that's just common sense. You shouldn't have to tell anybody that, but okay. And so she was just like, so are y'all coming over? And I was like, no, we're not coming over. I just was asking. She's like, okay, but so are you coming though? And I'm like, no, we're not coming, but yeah.
So I asked the question, y'all. I'm gonna ask y'all why y'all got y'all on here. If I'm good enough to eat off your plate, I just gotta ask the question. If I'm good enough to eat your part, and I'm good enough to eat off your plate, Why am I not good enough to sleep in your spare bedroom? What does my lifestyle have to do with me eating off your plate and sleeping in your spare bedroom? I'm still the same person. I'm just trying to understand something. I'm trying to get it. I'm trying to get it.
What are y'all laughing at?
That's why I asked the question the other day. It is you get more out of my mouth and eating off your plate than you would the sheets, right? Because what you do with the sheets is you take the sheets off the bed, you spray the bed with Lysol, you flip the mattress over, you put some new sheets on the bed. So if I'm good enough to eat off your plate, I should be good enough to sleep in your spare bedroom. I'm still the same person, right? If you're gonna feed me, you should be able to have not to stay
permanently. She just saying like
not to stay
like the night coming to town.
I mean, yeah, I'm saying
like coming to town. You know,
yeah.
Could we come stay the night at your house?
Yeah.
You know, especially if you're inviting me over to come eat.
And then I gotta travel.
I stay out of town.
I gotta travel.
Then I know the way that I was raised. If you invite somebody to stay out of town, like come for Thanksgiving or 4th of July or come for the weekend.
Yeah.
My parents are automatically letting them stay at the house.
Right.
You know, there's no question unless that person's just adamant about saying, hey, no, we want to go stay at a hotel or I'm going to go stay at my mom's house because she live in town. Then that's different. But if you're asking somebody to come out of town, then to me, if you're asking somebody to do that, then you should be asking them to stay at your house as well. Because you can't assume that everybody can fork over money to stay at no hotel.
Hold on a second. Micro 1, 2, 3 thing. Let me, not that I owe you an explanation. But first of all, we can do what we want at this table. Scoot over, baby. But you see that back there? That's what you don't file at. That's the dinner table. This just the table that we could just sit here and have a conversation with you. So we don't need you to come in here and tell us what we can't do at this table.
That we pay for.
That we pay for.
At a house that we pay for.
But just understand, that's the dinner table over there. Okay. Not that I owe you an explanation, but understand. But anyway, back to what we were saying.
People minding their own business.
Would say because you're not good enough to be part of the conversation between their friends and they talk about you. Wow.
Wait.
Yeah, because you said that too. That's probably why people do, like that, because they know they talk about you when you're not around.
Yeah.
You said that.
Yeah.
You said that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I said that they sit up and they smile in your face, but then they talk about you when you're not around. And my thing is I'd rather you just tell me, say, I don't like you or your lifestyle. Or I don't like you because of your lifestyle. I'm more prone to be like, you know what? I get it. Okay.
But I asked the question, why deal with me any other way if you don't like that way?
But that's the thing is, like you said, since you're going by the book, really, they shouldn't be dealing with you that way.
At all. If you just want to get technical.
But.
My thing is, y'all.
That's my thing. Be real.
It's like feeding you is fake love, and not allowing you to sleep is real dislike they have for you. Wow. I gotta read that again, Nathan. Now to say feeding you is fake love, and not allowing you to sleep is the real dislike they have for you. Damn.
There it is. I'm going to have to take a screenshot of that one.
Damn. See, Natty, now I'm asking a question, but why? What did I do to damn?
Look, I can't even screen.
We can go back to it, baby. We can go back to it.
I know.
Some people are dealing with demons internally. Grown people don't have a problem. It's simple.
But why can't you just be honest with yourself about how you feel about somebody? Is it because you hate you hate to really say, when you say it out loud, you hear yourself say it.
You hate the
person that you are. Yeah. That you have to come to grips with the person that you are. And so since you don't want to, you want to put it off on other people.
Swing, don't break bread with them anymore. Hey, I'm like this. I know I'm not welcome. Or put it like this, I'm welcome, but she have to go somewhere else. I'm not doing that one. So to me, that's like I'm not welcome. I ain't gonna ask. I ain't asking. And then for anybody to ask me, knowing that they have to, include her.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just what it is. See, I ain't Zach. I ain't Zach. I ain't gonna sit back and let her be disrespected. I ain't doing that. What's going on, Billy Crafty? What's up on the stove? That's from the stove. What's up there?
Yeah, I wouldn't allow that either. I mean, and my sister knows that. Is it possible they don't want to see how nasty they really are? I guess so. I guess so. That's exactly what it is. When they hear it from their own mouths, they are knowing it's wrong. Yeah. I think when they have to say it, when you force somebody to say it out loud, then they're like, they have to come to grips with who they really are instead of putting on the front. Like Nettie said, they put on that front. That's that fake love. And then you got
that was deep though. That one was deep.
And not to say, people, you do to, invite you over or whatever. You can't force anybody to do that, but just know that depending on who you're talking to and who you're dealing with, these are the stipulations or these are the conditions that, I move. This is the way that I move.
But my thing is that goes without saying. I'm not a disrespectful individual, and that's them knowing me coming up.
Yeah.
They know I'm not a disrespectful individual. I'm not going to disrespect the house. I'm not going to disrespect them. I'm not going to disrespect the kids. So why is it even a question? And then you judge me on what I do, but I don't judge you on what you do.
Right.
I don't care what you do as long as it don't have nothing to do with me.
Right.
And then people saying, well, let them go swing, and they ain't for you swing, and this you swing. It still hurts. It still hurts. So,
So how do one still, how do one actually still, I don't want to say it.
Say it.
Not deal with it, but actually come to grips with it and still move. You know what I'm saying? With those individuals.
What the thing is I have to, I still know who I am.
Right.
And I'm held accountable on how I treat people, not how they treat me.
Right.
And so that's how I deal with it.
Right.
I look at how I'm going to, be judged. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. So
I can't control how somebody feels about me. All I can say is that it hurts that they do that. That's all. That's the only thing I can think. And what gets me is they smile in my face. This whole time. Well, hey, and all the while they never liked me in the beginning. So why you deal with somebody you don't like? I mean, what's the purpose of being?
I usually don't. That's what I think we have plenty of conversations about stuff like that. And I said, I don't. And it's not to be mean. I just don't. I'm one of these people. I don't like to, or I'm not a fake person. So I'm not going to deal. If I don't like you, then I'm not going to deal with you. And I'd rather do that than to fake the funk.
It hurts even more to feel like you have to constantly prove yourself to people. And that's what it seemed like honestly, that's what it seems like. I'm never comfortable. Listen,
Yeah.
it seems like I'm never comfortable because I'm always wondering if they feel some type of way about me, and I know I'm not doing anything, but I'm uncomfortable. I can't go and sit down and relax. If I go sit down, I'm like this here. Making sure I don't say anything wrong, I don't do anything wrong. If they're okay with what I say, or if they okay. Hey Pookie, I didn't see you on here, Pookie.
Hey Pookie.
I just say I don't fool with a lot of people. It's only certain people that I deal with. Yeah, but see, we talking about family though. We talking about family, and I don't have much, you know.
You like me? I don't have much either.
Yeah, you know. All I can say, you know, like my mom always say, you gotta pray for them people. That's what she say. Regardless of what's going on, she say, you just gotta pray for them people. And all I can do is just pray. However, it still hurt, but I pray for them.
Yeah, praying don't take the hurt or pain away.
Yeah.
So what do you do about that?
I just have to deal with it. And what it is, I try to keep from bringing it up because I don't want people to feel, you know, uncomfortable.
You don't want. That's the thing. You're trying to make everybody else feel comfortable while you're being uncomfortable. So you're trying to prevent everybody else from feeling uncomfortable, which is not your job. That's not for you to take on.
Yeah. I know that I just give what God gave me. That's all I can do. I went through a lot of things in my life. The thing is the things that I went through in my life, I did not withhold it. I didn't hold it in. I'm one of those people that voice it. I say how I feel. I deal with it head on. And still have my prayer life. I still deal with those people that it involves. And it's okay. The thing is if I address it and deal with it, why can't others? Why can't others deal with
We think it would be that easy.
What's wrong with why they feel the way they feel? A person not liking my lifestyle, it has nothing to do with them. It's my life that I have to deal with. They don't have to deal with it. So
somebody's saying something like that, that's like trying to control you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you can sit over there and live your life and cuss and do this, that, and the third and whatever, but then you want to try to control how I move over here. Yet you're not paying any bills, nothing going on.
Baby, close the blinds right quick.
All right, baby, hold on.
Some people can't admit they are wrong. My question is why? Why can't they admit that they're wrong? When you're wrong, you're wrong. And the first sign of healing is addressing your part in you being wrong.
Right.
Don't you want to heal from the anxiety? Because people quick to say, well, I don't care. Or it ain't got nothing to do with me. Or that's over there. I cannot pretend. Because some people say, let it go and let God. Some people say that's on them. I cannot let it go. I cannot pretend that it's not happening. Yes, I can pray about it. However, it's still going on. You know?
So they can't desire to heal if they think anything is wrong. A lot of it has to do with pride. Yeah.
I'm prideful, but I still address when something's not right. If I'm wrong, I say I'm wrong.
And a lot of people look at apologizing, then that's admission to doing something wrong, and a lot of times, I'm not saying nobody, because I mean, if you're wrong, you're wrong. And the thing is, that's part of being human. We all gonna make mistakes. The thing is to acknowledge it and do better. It's okay to admit that, hey, you know what, I was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And move on from there. No, I can't fix what happened. I only can start from here on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can work on me from here on.
But you would say you have to address it first.
Yeah, you do. You do. And if that was me, that's what I would say. I would say, I apologize. I can't fix
what happened
or the way that I mistreated you or what I did, but I can work on it from here on. So will you allow me to show you that I'm willing to
work on it from here on out?
Yeah.
Okay, let me ask this question. Why do people don't want to address what's making an individual feel the way they feel? Like if I say, I feel such,
Mm-hmm.
and that person is the one that's making me feel such. Why doesn't that person want to deal with me and address me feeling the way I feel and fixing it?
Because now that person has to take accountability for their actions. They don't want to be accountable. It all goes back to being accountable. You have to take accountability for your part.
Somebody say because it's uncomfortable. They don't want to hurt. Feel what you don't understand. People don't want to be accountable. Because they don't want to. My question is why? I would want to fix whatever is wrong so that we can move on and be one with each other.
Be okay, yeah. Just let's start clean slate. And let's start here. Let's start from here on. And it's okay.
That is a selfish individual who doesn't really care. It's all about them. You can't make them handle things in the way you do. I understand. I can't make them handle the things the same way. However, they should want to handle it.
At least
handle it. Yeah. They feel like you don't. Or they don't. What you say? They feel like they don't owe you an explanation. You know what, Brian? Girl, I'm not asking for an explanation. I'm asking to fix whatever the problem is. They don't have to explain. I want to say, let's fix it.
Right. That's like why I was just saying a minute ago that if it was me that was making her feel that way, I would say, well, I apologize.
Yeah.
However, I can't fix what I did, to you back then or whatever, but give me the opportunity to show that I'm working on it. So from here on, can we just have a clean slate and I'll work on it from here on?
And then Tawana, I think they say Tawana said everybody don't think like you. The thing is, I'm not asking them to think like me. I'm just asking them to let's fix the issue. Let's just fix it so that we can regain our relationship. Or even if we can't regain it, it's been resolved, and that we don't have to bring it up no more. But if it's an issue with me and you feeling some type of way and we don't address it, it's gonna keep doing this here.
So did you read Irene's? Is that who you read? Or
I don't know.
Oh, Irene was just saying that she said, well, people don't accept responsibility, can't move on. No, that's not her. Hold on. She said they're not going to fix something that they don't think they broke.
They broke. Right. But if it's being addressed, it's not about what they think. If I address... Okay, that's Irene?
Yeah.
Irene, if I know it's an issue that I have with you and you don't think there's nothing wrong, Irene, if I bring it to you, I'm telling you there's something wrong. So then that's when you come in and say, okay, we're going to fix it. Okay, well, I may not be wrong in this situation, but hey, I want to help you fix what's wrong, so let's talk about it. You see what I'm saying? So my thing is, if I bring it to you then that means let's fix it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's, yeah. I hope that makes sense. You know, everybody wants to just say, let's just leave it alone. I can't leave it alone with the type of heart.
That's just
type of
brushing
heart
it
that
up
I
under
have.
the rug, though.
Huh?
That's just brushing it up
Yeah,
under
and
the
see,
rug.
I'm not a push under the rug kind of people. You know, what you say, right? You have to say something first because they won't. Yeah. Being able to address an uncomfortable situation takes maturity, and some people don't. Some people haven't gotten there. Even with that being said, that some people haven't gotten there, a person like me, I'm willing to address it so that we can get. You don't want to be stuck. You don't want to be stuck at saying they ain't there yet.
So baby's to that type of person to be like, hey, this
Let me
is what
help
you did.
you.
This is what you did to make me feel this way, or
Yeah.
this is how you're making me feel. So what did I do, or what happened to cause you to make me feel this way?
Right.
So she's asking, but yet
Nobody
offering up, you know, like, okay, what can we do to fix it? You know,
Yeah.
she's always been that type of person anyway. You know, okay, you this is how you make me feel. I don't know if you know, but this is how you make me feel, and then, you know, you go from there.
Yeah, when I do that, they make me feel like I'm begging to be in their life. I don't think it's about being begging. Again, it's just addressing. And if that person addresses it and they still don't want you there, then that's when it's something that you have to do to say, okay, I did all that I can do.
Right. There's only so much you
know.
can do. Then you have to just let it go.
Then let it go. And somebody said, have you addressed? Yeah, I've said how I've addressed it, but nobody wants to talk about it. Or they want to say, I don't care. Or they want to say, it ain't got nothing to do with me. Or they'll say, that happened a long time ago. You know, but I'm still left with dealing with it because I'm still one of those that I ain't forgot it. I ain't left it back there. I'm still dealing with it, and it's gonna bother me until we deal with it. And that's just what it is. And of course, I give it to God, you know. But I still deal with it because I'm human. I'm human. I don't know no other way to say it. I'm human with feelings.
She says, so once you stated how you feel, the ball is in their court. You open the line of communication.
Right.
That's all you can do.
What you say? I mean, they know they are 100% wrong. That's why they don't want to deal with it. But that means people try to gaslight you. What you mean? Break that down. Now y'all can't just be using the short words. You gotta break shit down to me.
What does gaslight mean? Does that mean like get you riled up, or
I don't know.
what does that mean?
What that mean, y'all, when you say gaslighting?
Look, we old school, so you have to
It comes
enlighten
from the
us.
coping mechanism as a child. Okay, love your videos. Deserve an explanation and closure.
What's up, Shantae Monique?
Hi, Shantae Monique. If you address it and they blow it off, it's time to go. Yeah, she left the ball in the court instead of communicating back. They leave it there. Let's see what else. Some people are psychopaths. They don't know how to forgive. That's something that we all must understand. Yeah, we understand it, but you don't have to accept it. You know.
Meaning try and manipulate or confuse about the issues you have.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what gaslighting means?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We can't choose for the other people how to deal with things. You can only make that choice for yourself. Okay. Is it an older person? Everybody's older than me that I deal with. except for my younger sister. All things can't be fixed when have you communicate with them, and yes, you're human. Yes. But the people that I deal with, they like pushing things under the rug, and I'm not an under the rug kind of person.
Gaslighting is when someone tries to make the issue your fault and won't be accountable.
Okay. Let's see. You can't push it under the rug. You don't move. That rug is going to be there. Yeah. All I'm saying, y'all, look here. Let me just say this. I understand that everybody's giving me, your opinions or whatnot. And I understand that they are where they are. My only fear is that they leave here without addressing the issue. That's my only fear, because I feel like that if something was to happen and they leave here with unresolved issues with me, it's going to torment me. And so I'm trying to do things, openly, so that and willing to address things, because life is not guaranteed tomorrow. People always just assume they're going to wake up tomorrow. I want to fix things on this side as well as I want them to be resolved in case something was to happen on that side. I don't ever want to be a reason that things don't pan out the way you feel it should, if that makes sense. I'm always open and I'm always open and want somebody to just have the conversation. I want to be the example that people use when they're going through something similar. I want to be the example that when somebody say, well, swing this, well, let me try this. I just want to be that example, if that makes sense. And if I can fix my situation, it'll help somebody else deal with theirs. And what gets me is when people say, you're going to hell and you're going this and you're going to do this here. And what people don't realize, when you die, ain't nobody going to wake up knowing each other. That's just what's in my spirit. When you pass away and God raises you, and at that day, ain't nobody going to know each other. The Bible says we're all members of one body. You don't know if you're a hand, a leg, an eye, a liver, a spleen, an intestine. You don't know what you are. You ain't gonna know this just me. That's just how I see it. And then so everybody's just, God is not pleased with you, and you this, and God made Adam and Eve, and everybody have all this to say. But the truth of the matter is,
you got a lot to say, but nothing, no resolution.
Yeah.
That's the thing is, what they say, don't complain about something if you don't have a resolution.
Right.
So if you don't have a resolution to the problem, then don't complain about it.
Yeah. So I'm addressing these issues that I have, again, because I want to be an example of how somebody can fix the issues they have. I'm okay with addressing. I feel like I've never been liked in my family. I feel like my family tolerated me. I feel like my family, they tolerated me. And they tolerate me. But I don't feel like I'm liked because of certain situations that I've dealt with in my life. Things that I have done. People don't realize that it's certain situations that cause things that I've done to happen. And what I mean by that is, in order for me to do something that you don't like, it had to have been something that's done to me that made me do what I did. The thing is I'm the type of person I address what happened, and I talk about what happened, and we fix what happened, and then we move on from what happened. But you have to be willing. Yeah. I've done some things in my life that I'm not proud of, and that I've tried to resolve or help or fix and ended up going about it the wrong way. But my heart has always had good intentions. I never tried to hurt anybody intentionally. So for a person to not like me, that's not on me.
You're right.
You know?
You're absolutely right.
So that's all I got. I just, So I don't let people get under my skin when they talk about you going here, God don't bless no mess, and you don't want to accept a person for who they are in my life because you feel some type of way. I don't let none of that stuff bother me. I don't let none of that bother me because, again, I try my spirit by the spirit. I read the word just like everybody else, and God, judges me on my heart. If the other person don't, that's not my problem. But I'ma still be me, and I'm not bitter. Yeah, I can be mad because my godfather molested me. But be mad for what? It ain't gonna change. It happened. And then the man dead and gone. And when he was here, he didn't acknowledge what he did. He said, if. So what I'm gonna be mad for? What I'm gonna be bitter for? And then can't move on with my life because what somebody else did to me. That does not define me. That does not... What he did not make me who I am. Mm. That's like a lot of people think, you gay because you've been molested. No, because I wasn't gay all my life. Come up with something else. So if you angry because of what somebody did to you, you choose to be angry. Because you can change that. You can change that. Because you being angry about it ain't gonna change it.
Ain't gonna change that it happened.
It ain't gonna change that it happened. It happened.
I think a lot of people think if they don't acknowledge it, then it never existed.
It's
so
there.
I'm not gonna acknowledge it. I'm not gonna bring it up. We all done some stuff.
Yeah.
That's what I said. We all have done some stuff. We all done some shit. We all got some shit with us. We all just got some different shit.
Yeah.
But it's the whole point of it is we live and we learn from it. That's all.
I even give y'all an example. Let me give you an example now, and just forgive me how it's finna come out because it might not come out right. But I'm saying it how I feel. That's like when I was 16 years old, and I went to go stay with my cousin. Well, my cousin's husband made me feel like I had to sleep with him to stay there. Well, I never told my cousin that he did that. But I did it because I needed somewhere to stay. It didn't make it right. But he put me in that situation. You got to keep in mind, I was molested young. And when I told it, I wasn't believed. And see, my godfather told me my mama wasn't going to believe me. My godmother wasn't gonna believe me, and it wouldn't nothing nobody can do about it. Okay, so when you keep that in your mind and that's been embedded and it came to pass, see, because I wasn't believed until I started acting out. Okay, so then when I went to go live with my cousin at 16, and then that stuff happened, and I did it, I ain't ashamed to say I ain't ashamed to state my part in it. I felt it was a survival mode for me. So I ended up telling my cousin that that's what I did. Luckily, my cousin didn't blame me for what happened. She said, one, you was a child. Two, that was my husband. He knew better. But see, the thing is, it still happened. And my cousin is my cousin, don't get me wrong, but then the family look at me differently. Because it happened. Now understand, I did what I did for survival mode at 16. I did what I know to do. You see what I'm saying? But my cousin didn't hold me accountable. I addressed it. I told her. And it is what it is. But then the family look at me differently. So when her husband did it, then her brother did it. You see what I'm saying? And then so I got the household name. So I'm the one you got to look out for. But they put me in a situation I didn't ask to be in. So I'm just giving you an example of the kind of stuff that I've dealt with coming up. Now, see, that part, I never told my mama. I never told my mama about that. But see, the thing is when I address it to certain people, they push it under the rug. They want to, they don't want to talk about it. Or they want to say, well, I don't know nothing about that. But them same people, I see at the family cookouts or at the holiday, and see, I'm the cousin that they look at that, that when she was 16, this is what happened. You see what I'm saying? But see, then people judge me on it when they really don't like me because of what happened. But they, instead of blaming the person they need to blame, they blame me, the person that it happened to. You see what I'm saying? And see, I'm the type person, I address it. They don't want to talk. What you say?
I said because this is like it's easier. It's easier to blame you.
It's easier to blame me.
To blame that person and
because I'm not related. Now understand, when I say cousin, these are people that are married into the family. I'm not blood related to these people that I'm talking about. They were married into the family, and see, going through the stuff that I went through, I didn't tell my mama everything. Because my mother's the type of person, she like to pray about things and don't address them. She give it to God and that's it. See, I'm not that person because it happened to me. So even going through all of that, I'm still not bitter. And I accept the way the family treat me. And I'm okay with it. It's cool. But see, Dana is gonna address whatever situation there is to address. See, because I'm not harboring all that shit and then go crazy and have to take all kind of psychological medicine and trying to cope and trying to sleep and try to take a pill or go to sleep and take a pill or wake up. I'm not doing that. The best thing for me, the best medicine for me is to address the shit, to raise it as it is and talk to God about it. And that's just what it is. Understand, I've been through some things. I just don't discuss it. I can tell you a whole bunch of stuff. I'm 52 years old. I didn't think I would be here today. I never thought I'd be this happy. This is why I'm so protective of her, because I didn't think I would be this happy. It's just what it is. I'm not happy about the things that happened to me, but I did what I needed to do to survive. I didn't have a daddy. I didn't have a daddy that I can go to. My daddy decided to walk out of my life because he didn't want to, for whatever reason it is, I don't know, but he walked out. So all I had was my mama, my sister, my brother, and a few cousins, and my nephews. That's all I got. This is all I got. Everybody else is in-laws. Everybody else is friends of the family. Everybody else is just people I know and was raised with. But see, y'all want me to get ready to let these people go. It's not that simple, because that's all I got. My mother is literally all I have. As far as biological, that I feel like it is so somewhat responsible for me. My sister's not responsible for me. My cousin's not responsible for me. My mom is all I ever known to be biologically related to me. My godmother. I thank God that my godmother, took me in when she did. It's not her fault. It's not my godmother's fault that her husband did what he did to me. I am not blaming nobody but the person that did it. And then I don't blame him. It happened. I cannot change it. I can't be bitter. I can't do that. So, and it's okay. I don't blame my cousin for what her husband did. I don't think she thought that her husband would do that when she said that I can come stay. I ain't always looked tomboyish out. I mean, I had a figure, and then I was, I looked like a girly girl at 16. I had a figure. You know what I'm saying? But the things that went on caused me to cover up. Because my cousin asked me that one time. Because not only one husband made a pass at me, the other one that she was with made a pass at me. And she asked me the question. She said, what is it about you that they see in you that they don't see in me? They married to me. So I start covering up. When y'all see me with big clothes on. But some people think, oh, that's why she gay. It's not why I'm gay. I had a whole husband. Trying to live the Joneses life. That didn't work out for me. That didn't work for me. Like baby say that didn't work. That didn't work for me.
Yeah, that don't work for me. That don't work.
Yeah. And I don't mind sharing it with the world. I don't mind telling the world what I've been through and what I've dealt with. It's just to address it. Nobody wants to talk about it. And just because nobody wants to talk about it don't mean it ain't there.
Right.
So it's left for me to deal with it. And that's just what it is. I could just... It's a whole lot of experience sitting before you. This is a person that lived on the street and lived in a truck for 6 months. Lived on the street because I ain't had nowhere to go, because the family saw me a different way because of what happened with the family. The thing that happened as far as my godmother and what my godfather did, well, godmother ain't never once asked me to say that I can ever come back and stay the night. My sister don't agree with my lifestyle because I'm gay. But I didn't know that I had stipulations on being welcome to the house. I didn't know I had stipulations because my family can come here with no questions. So, and I believe the story that I'm telling y'all now, I don't think that she even know the in-depths of it. I think now she know the in-depths of it. But the thing is, when I talk about it, I don't want to bring her down. I don't want her to feel some type of, I don't want her to cry about it. That's why she moving around. She don't want to cry about it. But I'm all right. I'm not ashamed to say what it is. Who gonna pop me? Who gonna pop me?
That part. That part. Nobody can get mad at you for telling your story. That's your story for you to tell.
Yeah.
And only you can tell it.
So, and that's what I got, y'all. That's why when I do my Sunday Chronicles, that's where this stuff is coming from. The stuff that I talk about, that's coming from stuff that I dealt with. And that's my way of releasing. See, because nobody else want to hear it. Oh, that happened a long time ago. Oh, that you just leave it, and you angry about that stuff. How you get angry?
I'm angry.
Because
nobody wants to address it.
Yeah, give me some else to drink, baby. Just put me some more.
Look, I don't have nothing.
No, put me some more.
Did I do a good job? I took them off. I'll put those on. Canada Dry.
So, yeah, I ain't gonna, and the thing is, until it's been addressed, it's gonna always be an issue. For me. But the thing is I'm not bitter. I'm not bitter for the way that people treat me. I'm not bitter because I'm only invited to certain things or people look at me certain way. Nobody even asked me. They know how it is. They know how it is. Nobody asked me. They just look at me. girl, I love you on TikTok. Girl, you be doing it. You know? Oh, girl, y'all bad, boy. You know?
She ain't lying. That's exactly what they say. They don't say, well, how are you? How
you really doing?
How have you been?
Yeah.
Did you like the move?
Yeah.
You know, anything like that. They don't ask that. They just be like, yeah, you want TikTok. Everybody want to recognize because of TikTok. Everybody wants now a piece because she's on TikTok.
And it's
everybody
just
wants to be acknowledged as a friend now because she's on TikTok.
And TikTok is all TikTok to me is just an app. You know, I don't let it define me. I don't let it make me. That's why you don't never hear me say, tap that screen, punch the follow button, and punch the... I don't do all that. I don't need validation. If people see me, they see me. If they don't, they don't. All I want to do is be an example. And I want people to use my life story to help them with theirs. And that's just what it is. That's what I got. And I don't want nobody doing self-pity. I don't want nobody to, I feel so sorry. I don't need nobody feeling sorry for me. You know, I'm not looking for a savior. I got one of those. I got a savior. His name is Jesus Christ. I'm just saying.
I'm laughing because I thought about Steve Harvey.
Yeah.
When he told me
ain't no perfect man. He come at you, and when he come, you don't know the hour right. Of the day.
She didn't even know he was talking about the man upstairs. Mm-hmm. That was funny.
Oh man. That's what I got, y'all. That's what I got. So now my question to y'all, since I put some stuff out there y'all don't know nothing about.
What's her name? Probably still ain't in here, huh?
Cause I'm finna ask. Y'all got any questions?
I forgot. What's her name still in here?
Who?
The popcorn.
Who?
About the popcorn.
Oh, Davina Stewart.
Davina, are you still in there?
Anybody got any questions? Address them. It can't get worse, right? Some may have been waiting to have an opening time. Well, I don't know. I've always shown myself to be open.
I don't know if Davina's in here, but Davina, we received this in the mail today. Remember how I was talking about popcorn? And I didn't expect anybody to buy me any popcorn. I was going to buy it. But Davina had some Garrett's popcorn sent to us. Yes. Let's see what kind.
I was going to say, oh my God, the best popcorn ever.
Is it? I've heard it is. I was going to... Baby, open it. I can try it.
Yeah.
Open it up, hun.
I don't have my knife with me, baby.
Huh?
I don't have my knife with me. I got it.
Are you sniffing? No sniffing.
It's cheddar. It's too much cheese.
Cheddar. Ooh, egg
too
caramel. Hold on.
Let me see. I have admired you since I first heard you talk about your adopted son. Say son. What adopted son? You remember my godson? You talking about my godson? I don't have any adopted children.
It's good.
It says, swing on 53, how do I tell my mom she doesn't know about me? Trust me, Derek, your mom knows. She's just waiting on you to tell her. Your mom knows. She's just waiting on you to tell her. Her mother knows that child. Understand that. She's just waiting on you to tell her. She ain't gonna assume. She's just waiting.
Here, Munch. Munch can say I have mouth watering. Here, Munch.
Yeah, you always speak from the heart. You gotta be real. Yes, that's all I know. I don't sugarcoat. I don't make myself miserable. She said, "Thank you."
The cheese and the caramel together.
It's just cheese, huh? Oh yeah, this is caramel. This is caramel.
Yeah, you eat the caramel.
Nope.
It's good.
I can't. I don't want this. My mama was looking at me like all I knew was I told her I was. Oh man, love your videos. I'm 22 years old. Okay, I got that piece from Munch. She said, Scooby said I got that piece before Munch did.
Oh. Thank you so much, Davina. Don't know if you're on here, but I will see if I can message you.
But you say, well, my mom told my brothers that I was lying about being molested by my baby brother's father. Yeah. People don't want to acknowledge. People don't want to say what the real deal is. But the thing is for you to constantly, because they, at some point, they're going to have to end.
50% now.
Yeah. So, I don't want no popcorn.
She's not a popcorn person. Because it gets stuck in your teeth. My dad was like that. I love popcorn.
So,
Eat the popcorn anyway.
I don't know.
I know, I'm just messing with you.
Yeah. Let's see, if you have a racer where you... It's in the convenience store. They say it's in the convenience store. Scuba says it's in the convenience store.
Is it?
It's at a racetrack.
Oh. Well, I didn't know.
Yeah.
I'm about to go in there. Excuse me. Somebody told me y'all had some Garrett's up in this mug. That's good. I like that. That's good. I need to do my dishes first before I put these on. You like those?
I like the real deal, Holyfield. That's what old boy said on the...
I've heard it enough.
I want the original.
I heard it enough.
Yeah, I want the original. Oh, man. Well, I appreciate y'all listening to me talk and just...
I like that. I like our talks all day. The live earlier today.
Yeah.
About what was it? What was your title?
A lick ain't love.
A lick ain't love.
Yeah, and you take
That's a good title for a book. A lick ain't love.
And you take that how you want. A lick ain't love.
Maybe that'll be the title to my book.
You silly. Yeah.
See, we laughing but for real.
Yeah.
And then the live this evening. It just touch a couple. It touches on a couple of things.
Violated space. Yeah. Yeah. So, but we put this on. We'll put it on YouTube. So, you say, Lord, let me stop hitting this man. Stop hitting that man. Oh, man. You say, how was shot time? I was on to ask you about it, told you that it's cool. I went in and got unloaded and brought my ass up out of it. I ain't going back to May, June, or July next year.
Wait a minute. And then she came back about like 2 days or 3 days later, and then Lele said it snowed.
Yeah. Yeah, I brought my ass up out of there.
Thank you, DC.
You ain't have to worry about that.
We always got love for you in our heart, DC.
Yeah, can't wait to see you again, DC. That time is winding down. It's winding down. We all get to be in the presence of togetherness again.
That's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, it's gonna be nice. It's gonna be nice. I'm all excited.
Can you be lit?
Wait.
Yeah, I want you to be that kind of lit. Hold on, let me see if I can do it.
Wait. Oh man, that was a good one. She said yes it is. Oh man, but yeah. Well, we finna go watch Zatima again because we enjoyed it, so we finna go watch it again. And that's
Really? Really?
What
Really?
you say, DC?
Do it again,
Do
sis.
it,
Huh?
Do it.
baby. Do it, baby. Do it, baby. She said, really? Do it, baby. Do it. Because you ain't no police.
Again.
What you doing?
Yeah,
Oh, man.
just chilling. Been hurting a little bit, but I'm okay.
What happened?
She traveling. Need to set her ass down somewhere.
Where you been?
Where I been?
You went to the thing with Random and Big
That was
Amy.
there. Oh no.
Oh
Never
Yeah, she
yeah,
mind.
didn't
that
miss
was
it,
that
yeah.
was 2 weeks ago.
That's all right. You still traveling. You catching up.
No, that's what it is.
You tired.
I'm
That's what
just
that
ready.
is.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready for next year.
Yeah,
You ready for next year?
I'm ready.
We're in the process of getting ready. You know, we gotta get slim and fit.
Right. I got a couple more sheds. I'm doing. I'm gonna be all right.
Okay.
Okay. Everybody saying, hey, DC.
Hey everybody, how y'all doing?
She said, "Hey, y'all." Yeah. So, I mean, are you changing your diet, or what are you doing? If you don't
Yeah,
mind me asking, you changing your
my
diet?
diet. No, sis had me on the Herbalife,
Oh, I was just
and
saying, yeah.
I was doing fine with it. I was losing it, and I got off of it, so I'm gonna have to get back on it.
Hmm.
Oh, see, and then baby, she can't do that because she's a
You
truck
know,
driver, and it's hard to,
exercise. And,
exercise, and then that refrigerator only holds so much, so I can't. It's
Yeah,
hard to get her to do that one. So
yeah.
she gonna be all right.
yeah, we're working on something else. But
But
we'll
go show
see.
what I got done. Go get
Oh,
the, go get.
let me
Hold
show
on.
you.
Let's show you. Let's show.
What you doing
I
now?
got some pills to help me with my high blood. See, I didn't know. I don't have high blood pressure, but my blood pressure was up when I took my physical.
Mm-hmm.
And so she
Is
asked
it
one of
because
her
you were
friends.
nervous?
Huh? Yeah, that's what it was. So she asked one of her friends what to take over the counter, and so
Is it that pro
I
act?
got the
Is it
stuff.
that pro? Is something pro
Yeah. I mean, I'm taking all kind of gummies. I'm taking apple cider vinegar gummy.
vinegar?
I'm taking probiotic gummies. I'm taking all kind of
So she's
gummies
got the garlic pills.
for my blood pressure.
Mm-hmm.
Then I ordered this. This is called Bougie Hippie. I don't know if you've heard of Bougie Hippie, but like a lot of people from the Atlanta Housewives and stuff take it. But it's the apple cider vinegar gummies, and then it's the Ignite Fat Burner,
Yeah,
Finally. Okay.
and then it's the Meltdown
yeah.
Detox.
See, I saw Fantasia have it, and
Fantasia's taking it.
and somebody else. Yeah,
Toya, and
yeah.
Tiny and all them are taking this. So supposedly,
Wait, one of them I'm supposed to do
what?
3 times a day. Which one is this one? I'm supposed to take again. What was the 3 times a day?
It was
But you know that apple cider vinegar alone will help with your blood pressure.
Oh, I didn't know. It should be down right now.
Yeah. Cause
Which
I
one am I
believe
supposed
you
to
just
do?
nervous.
down. But, but you
Okay,
don't.
yeah, yeah.
But then you don't have to take that if you're taking apple cider vinegar.
Okay, I'm taking all this shit.
Baby, she's trying to make sure. She's like she's been stressed out, so that her blood pressure was up. And I'm like, well, anybody knows when you go see the doctor that they're supposed to
I didn't know.
let you sit for 30 minutes because driving in traffic and stuff raises your blood pressure.
I
Right.
didn't know.
Even I know that.
And
I'm
then I
not
was
a nurse.
stressing behind family stuff, so
Oh, okay.
I'm all right
Because
now though.
you can't.
I got
Don't
you.
let that
See how
stuff.
I do? I talk things out. I talk things out.
Don't. That's right. Don't let that stuff stress you now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Cause,
That's what I do. I talk it out so that it won't.
Yeah, you
cause
don't
I
need to
look
be
at
in no
mine like,
hospital.
who you talking to?
Oh, I'm gonna check my. You go get it from me.
What's that?
My blood pressure cup, so I can check it.
She
out.
want to check her
I
blood
want to check
pressure.
it.
Hold on.
I bought a blood pressure cup.
Hold on.
I like
Why
doctoring
is
on
this thing
myself.
keep grabbing my?
I like doctoring on myself.
What are you doing?
I see.
It's on the bed. I like doctoring on myself.
Right.
Yeah.
But since you can't let I understand how your heart is built up. You let stuff stress you. Get to you. You gotta let that shit
I
go.
don't purposely let it do it. It's just they come at me with that. I don't go looking for it.
Right.
They come at me with that and say I'm forced to deal with it.
And then she starts to think about it before she goes to sleep, so then that keeps her up
all night. I ain't go to bed till 4 this morning. I'm surprised.
You know what I did, DC?
What?
Hold on. I know you're probably tired of seeing me. Hold on.
She bought me a new toy. I look at this new toy. And how y'all do it? You put it above your heart.
Just wrap around. Yeah.
Okay.
See, why you anxious right now? Because you doing that, you elevating your blood pressure.
So she had a problem going to sleep. And then she on how does Leo baby say, on that tickety talk, scrolling and stuff. And I told her she needs to stop doing that because that keeps her mind going when she's trying to settle down. 2:00 in the morning, she's still scrolling and on Facebook. So I what is it? Can't see it.
Wait,
what is
it? Got a glare.
You gotta tell them what it is. Can't see it.
125
over 77.
125, all right, 77, 61.
There you go. There you go.
So, do me.
What is
So I take this lavender, took that lavender oil, rubbed it right here, and put it right there. Her ass went to sleep.
Do it every night, sis. Oh. Niecy, what we gonna do with her?
You get out my freaking face.
144 over 190. You need to take these pills, baby.
I only take the pills. Get out my face. She's in my face. I'm trying not to laugh at her. You gotta take it again.
Okay. You gotta relax,
baby. No, you're not supposed to.
No, you gotta have your arm up.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do. It gotta be above heart. Tell her it got to be above heart. Thank you. Start doing your breathing techniques right now.
I'm gonna punch you in the face.
Start doing your breathing.
Do the damn thing, anime. Shit. Now I'm gonna make my blood pressure go up even more.
Do you?
I gotta put it down for a second.
Why? Why though?
Stop it. Stop.
Okay.
For real.
I am. Okay, you ready?
Woosah.
Breathe with me. See, it went down 142.
She don't get out my face, and then DC over going.
Gotta breathe.
Look, did DC do this? Look, babe.
She gotta breathe. It went down.
But yeah, this right here. I rub that right there, and then I put it right here.
Yeah.
And I said, go to sleep. Next time,
Yeah.
Yes.
And then she was up the rest of the night.
And then I was up the rest of the night.
Yeah.
Well, you should have put something under your nose.
I have been, but I didn't last night. I wanted to make sure she wouldn't get back up. So, yeah.
Yeah. What y'all came? What y'all talking about? Y'all laughing at me? I was talking about my baby breathe.
They are. One of my coworkers is on here. She said she can't deal with it because y'all got her laughing.
She got the breathe.
You alone should have her laughing with doing the.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but we can't wait to see you.
Yeah, wait.
What you mean I'm playing talent too much? I was being serious.
Right, Niecy. Right, Niecy.
Now y'all see why I don't be laughing sometimes. I know people be like, how do you not laugh?
Hey, Kenya, I'm gonna do that.
I be in Crowley next month.
Be where?
And Crawley,
Crowley? Where's Crowley?
Crowley.
Crowley.
That's in Louisiana.
No,
Crowley.
Crowley,
Texas.
Texas.
Outskirts of
No.
Dallas.
I don't know nothing about that then. I know a Crowley, Louisiana.
It's a Crawley.
Yes, Cyrus.
Where is Crowley, Texas?
Louisiana. Sir, watch what they say.
Hold on. BC said you're gonna be apologizing.
What
Where
is that
Crowley,
all?
Texas?
Oh, it's called lavender.
Because it's 6 hours from me.
National Geographic Society. East is in the clockwise direction of rotation.
What?
No, say it again, Crowley.
Where is Crowley, Texas?
See, Shay,
County, so that's gotta
baby,
be like
baby girl even said there is one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is. I didn't know. I know it. I know it's.
Oh, okay.
I know it's one in Louisiana. I don't know nothing about that in Texas.
Oh, I ain't know about that one.
Yeah, I ain't
It's
know.
by close to the big state like Fort Worth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Somebody asked what this is lavender. It's called Better Homes and Gardens.
Better home.
100% essential oil, lavender aromatherapy.
You use that and like put it on your temples right here. And
Go right to sleep.
And you will.
And I
you'll
sleep.
be knocked out.
I sleep through the night. I don't even get up.
That's what I be trying to do. That's what I was trying to do earlier last night, but she wasn't going for it.
She wouldn't have.
I said, I'm like this. If you got the ass, then I'm not gonna. If you got an ass, then I'm not gonna ask. My thing is if you feel it, just do it. You ain't got the ass. And so when she say, you want me to get, now she be laying down comfortable. And then she be like, baby, you want me to get up and get the oil? Why I'm gonna say no, because I don't want her to be uncomfortable.
Well, sis, just keep it on the side of your bed for her. That way you will have it hand reach.
Well, that's the thing. I put it on the side of the bed, but first it was, in the bathroom. But my thing is, I ask to be respectful. I don't want to just assume somebody want me to just rub something all over them. You know what I mean? So I ask. That's just me being polite and respectful. I can't just assume just because you my baby that it's okay to do it. It might have been okay last night, but it may not be okay tonight.
I keep telling baby I trust her. So
well, then you getting it. Well, you know what? She getting it tonight for real. And when I say getting it, y'all don't y'all mind it.
Add a few drops left or in the humidifier, it works as well. And I don't be having no noise going on with the steam.
No, you won't hear it.
Yeah, I have one. It's in the guest room though. I have it in the guest room.
My fan be right up on me, so.
But she can't deal with the. Well, no, I can cut the light out because it changes colors. You can cut the light out because she doesn't like have any light bothering her. But my thing is, you wouldn't know it was a light if you had your eyes closed.
Amen.
I need to just bathe in the entire bottle.
What happened?
Somebody said I just need to bathe in the top.
No, you don't. I'm telling you, a little goes a long way because it is what do you call it? Concentrated. Mm-hmm. You just put a little bit on your fingertips, and I massage it in on both of her temples, and then I just put a little bit what's left on my hand up under her nose, and then 15 minutes maybe tops. Once she gets comfortable, she's out.
I'll be out, not sleep through the night.
Poof, be gone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I'll be going right along with her sometimes because our rub was left over. I'll sniff it and stuff, and then we both be in there just out.
Everybody say lavender soap works as well. You got some lavender soap in there?
We don't need no lavender soap. We got lavender oil. The bubble bath. Yeah. But she really don't like to get down in the tub.
Yeah.
And then both of y'all wake up like this.
You be so relaxed, and when it's time to get up, you got to fight to get up. Yeah.
But see, it's not a drugged up feeling. That's what I was telling her. With the lavender, you don't feel drugged up the next day, as opposed to like if you take, something over the counter. With the lavender, you just wake up feeling revived and fresh. You don't feel like
you're gonna leave my nephew alone.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Talking about a coworker. She said she used the lavender on her son. I told her she's gonna leave my nephew alone.
Yeah.
Let's get to see you,
Yeah,
DC.
glad
to
you
see
came
y'all.
in.
Always.
Now our next
Much love for
thing
you.
next is to get Munchkin in here.
Yeah,
'Cause-
without her doing this here.
wait a minute,
Right,
because
she be
I
like this.
heard
Yeah,
Look, she be like,
yeah. Munchkin
what y'all talking
said,
about?
Munchkin said she
I
didn't.
ain't no shy person.
Right.
And if
I
you
ain't-
just talk to
she
me,
be
I
just like
talk
this.
back. And I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah,
no.
yeah. She do you
Here she
like that
go.
too? Yeah.
Yeah. Here
But
she go.
she said, I'm easy to talk to because once you get to talking to me, I talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
So,
do. She do.
yeah. But well, we never experienced it.
And then she said, and ain't.
And is because the thing about it is I challenge you because you get in other people's lives
And be all up
and
in
we be
there.
feeling some type of way because you
Yeah,
be
because you be
full
like
face,
this here. Like
I'm
this here.
face up
snitching.
in there. You be
I'm
like,
You
telling
be
it.
talking.
She do.
Yeah, You might not
I'm
say much, but your,
I'm
face,
telling
your
on
whole
you,
body
Nisha.
is in
your
there.
whole face be
She-
all off
she
in
do.
your live.
She
So-
do.
And then
She
she
do.
be texting back
Yeah.
and bang.
Mm-hmm.
And then she be,
So we're gonna challenge you to do the same in our
with
lives.
us.
Mm-hmm. We
Have-
do 5 minutes.
Have me in my damn feelings.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I was in my feelings. I said, wait a minute.
Yeah.
And I said, her whole body's in
Wait, and then she did a whole TikTok.
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
You seen it too?
Yeah, I sure did.
I didn't comment. I should have said something.
I almost
You did.
said
You
something.
should have.
What was you
Be
gonna
doing this
say?
now like this on y'all.
She's more open
Wait a
on
minute.
Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, all that. Y'all gonna get up off me.
I got y'all.
Look, brown eyed girl, so I seen it. Hey. Have me in my feelings. Yeah.
I seen that. I said, wait a minute. And I said, and then when
I said, wait, is
I was
that
scrolling one night. I didn't stop at the live. I seen her in the live with like about 2 or 3 other people. I
Yeah.
said, her whole body. I said, wait a minute. And she was sitting in the live just like this. I said,
Yeah.
we can't even get her full.
Look, babe, I
Twice.
did this here. When scroll down, I saw her. She said, and I be talking, and if all you got to do is talk. I say, wait a minute. I scrolled up, and then I scrolled back down, and I be talking, and all you got to do is talk. I said, I scrolled up. I scrolled back down, and I be talking. I was like, that really is her.
It is. She be all like this, but when she be child, y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's always been quiet to
And
me.
because I was like, wait. And I had to keep going up and down, make her say it again. And say it again, because that's the most she said anything since we've been knowing her.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Listen.
I mean,
Nisa,
even when we FaceTime her, she's like this, or we see the ceiling.
Yeah. Wait, I got to do it one time, y'all.
Yeah.
Look, y'all, be like this here. And then when she respond,
And we'd be like, where'd you go?
right,
And she'd be like,
Right.
she'd be like that.
right.
And we'd be asking her like for like, you know, an explanation on how do you do certain things, and we can't, you know, when somebody's explaining, you like to see them, or you know, and then we be looking at the ceiling while she's, we like, we can't talk to you like this.
yeah. We just say she did the same thing to me and Big B when we were talking live one night. She was really man.
She shouldn't even be shy with us.
I mean,
Nisa ain't shy.
She need to get over it,
yeah.
like immediately.
Quick, fast, and
Yeah.
hurry.
You heard what I said.
Say something.
Munchkin. She what?
I said, say something.
All right, but we finna get out of here. I'm tired now. I didn't take all this medicine. I'm gonna go take a shower and lay down.
I got to see how these press-on nails work. I decided to try these while I soak my other ones off because I don't want to go get mine done.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I told you that you need to breathe for a while.
I took mine off too.
I'm going to do TikToks tomorrow, so I can't be doing singing TikToks and with some nubs. Looking like I dig in my nose. When I see nubs, I look like I dig in my
She
nose.
said challenge accepted. I'm sorry. Okay.
Don't be sorry. Be careful.
All
We
right,
got
sis.
you. We love you.
we
Love
finna
you.
get
She
out
know
of
we
here.
got love. She know we got love for her.
Where Lele at? Lele ain't on here. Was Lele on there?
She was on here earlier.
Oh. What, you mean this morning?
No, when I want to say when we first came on.
Oh.
I haven't seen her. Like she
I
was.
literally called.
Oh, I have to call her Lily.
No, they say I'm direct to it. They say that.
Oh, I was gonna say she.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, why would she call that phone?
Yeah. Okay.
That's old.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
But we out of here.
Deuces.
And we see you tomorrow at 5:30 Central
5:30.
Standard Time.
Going on 5:30 on earlier Saturday.
No,
We
I'll
probably
be on.
get on about, if we get on, it'll be like 2, 3, or 4, somewhere around there.
It's
I
a
don't know.
Tuesday.
I might not be on because I got a date.
Woo!
I'll catch
Where
you.
you,
I'll catch y'all later.
wait. Where you going?
Oh,
I'm going on a date going to see Lita James and Maxwell.
Ooh!